The following is a presentation of 45 Sports.
Hockey is part of our heritage in Minnesota. It ties us together through the passage of time. In every corner of the state, indoor rink or frozen pond, Braemar Arena in Edina, or the Hippodrome in Eveleth, the game is always the same. Bundled against the winter chill, skates laced and sharpened, we embrace the frozen air. Every year, the best high schools from across Minnesota gather in St. Paul to crown a champion.
Erickson, backhand, scores!
It's the Boys State High School Hockey Tournament. The history continues.
The Thunderhawks of Grand Rapids making their 14th appearance in the state tournament, looking for their 4th title. But to get that title, they'll have to try to take it from Roseau. They've imported their Play Like a Champion sign from the Roseau Memorial Arena. It's down here at the X. They're making their 31st appearance, looking for their 7th title. The fans are packing the XL Energy Center once again. They are excited for this matchup. It is history in the making on a championship Saturday night. These two teams played in a championship game once before, for those of you with good memories. Back in 1990, Roseau won that game 3-1, but that was then, this is now. Again, welcome everyone. I'm Tom Hauser. Channel 45 proud to present this championship game tonight. It should be a good one. Let's take a look at the 2A brackets to see how we got here. There were a lot of upsets early on. Roseau is the only seeded team left in the tournament. They will be facing off against Grand Rapids in just minutes. Let's talk about this game. Let's begin with Dave Holmquist, the head coach of the South St. Paul girls team. He has won 4 state championships, and Mike McGraw, an NHL scout with the Boston Bruins and a former high school and college coach. Dave, let me start with you. Grand Rapids plays a real physical, smothering style of play almost. Edina found that out on opening night.
You know, everybody knows about Patrick White, but one kid that really has been outstanding in this tournament is defenseman Joe Stagecall. This guy's about as big as hitter as I've seen in the tournament in years. He's been playing outstanding. I look for him to have a big game. This Thunderhawk team has played almost perfect hockey except for the last 3 minutes last night. I look for a great game tonight. And
Mike Ryder, Jensen, a little shaky there near the end, gave up 3 goals. Is Roseau going to try to capitalize on that, get a lot of shots early?
Well, I think they will try to jump on them as fast as they can. And in coaching, most coaches will tell you you need contributions from each of your senior class, junior class, and sophomore class. For the fans at home that don't have a program, you have to understand how young Roseau is and how good these kids are. They have 4 very good sophomore players in Tyler Landman, Nick Oliver, Aaron Ness, and Mike Lee. These kids are going to be a big factor in the game tonight.
All right, well, if you're a hockey fan, you've probably got goosebumps like we do. It's an all-northern final, but it should be a great one. Our coverage of this championship Saturday night continues in just a moment.
Pure, utter pandemonium is sweeping across the country. That's right. Papa Murphy's has created pandemonium with a fantastic pan pizza. Made with an awesome pan crust that's brushed in olive oil, then covered with our hearty tomato sauce. Now get a fantastic pan pizza loaded with up to 3 of your favorite toppings for just $7.99. So join in the pandemonium today. Handmade, home-baked, that's Papa Murphy's.
Don't miss the Comcast On-Demand Instant Replay throughout the high school tournaments. Call 1-888-COMCAST today to learn more about the Triple Play Bundle.
Have you noticed how many car ads want you to hurry in? Hurry in, don't wait. They want you to hurry because they don't want you finding out what the best car really is. This is the Toyota Camry, the 2007 Motor Trend Car of the Year. So, you know, it's the best car.
Lease the famously popular Toyota Camry for just $209 a month. Toyota, A great way to keep moving forward.
Stauber's Gold Crease is a proud sponsor of the Minnesota State High School League tournaments. Visit our newly remodeled Edina location and our brand new facility in Blaine. Stauber's Gold Crease. Train, evolve, succeed.
Flatbread melts. Thinly sliced roast beef. Warm, soft bread.
Yup, they're thinking Arby's. Try our new flatbread melts. Choose the spicy fajita beef or Philly beef and Swiss on warm, soft flatbread with peppers and onions wrapped in a whole new way. They'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
LakePlace.com is a proud sponsor of the Minnesota State High School League tournaments on Channel 45. Congratulations to all participating schools from LakePlace.com.
Everyone's so excited about the game. Even the Thunderhawks mascot is putting everything on the line, crashing into the boards. If you turned your TV off last night with 3 minutes left in the game, shame on you. You missed a dandy. This was the overtime winner. Patrick White passes it out front to Sam Rundle. Just his third goal of the season, first of the tournament. An exciting, thrilling finish to the game. Can we duplicate that tonight? We hope so. Clay Matvick and Lou Nanne are up in the booth for tonight's call of the game. Guys?
It was a lot of fun last night, Tom, and we expect the same here tonight with Lou Nanne. You've been doing championship games now for 43 years. How do you see this one matching up?
I think tonight, if each of these clubs plays their game and plays to the best of their ability, we will see one of the most memorable games in high school history.
Ryder Jensen is the goaltender for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Things got a little ticklish for him last night in the final few minutes, but he hung on, got the win in overtime.
Even as coach says, he's the key because they know, even with Grand Rapids checking game, he's going to be tested a lot by Roseau.
And for the Roseau Rams, Nick Oliver is the son of Scott Oliver, the head coach. He's played well in the tournament.
Played well, and this kid is also a sophomore, and today he attended the funeral of his cousin who was killed in Iraq this week. Even with all this on his mind, he's been outstanding, and we expect a big game out of him tonight.
The Roseau Rams and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. It's a rematch of the 1990 title game. We're back after this.
Come see a great selection of conversion vehicles at the Denny Hecker display at the Auto Show. Conversion vehicles from Dodge, Ford, GMC, Chevrolet, Jeeps, you name it, we have it on display at the Denny Hecker display at the Minneapolis-St. Paul Auto Show, or see them at dennyhecker.com.
Century College in White Bear Lake is both a technical and community college. Get your start at Century. Over 60 programs to choose from, a distinguished faculty, and personal attention. In a recent survey, over 90% of our alumni said they'd recommend Century College. Students save thousands of dollars while enjoying flexible online, evenings, Saturdays, and fast-track classes. Century College is affordable and convenient. Higher education, lower tuition, Century College.
You are getting sleepy. I will always wear my seatbelt.
I will always wear my seatbelt.
Everyone in Minnesota should buckle up.
Everyone in Minnesota should buckle up.
You will never high stick again.
Don't count on it.
Driving without a seatbelt? Now that's a penalty.
Dreaming of a new home? The Parade of Homes, where dream homes come true.
Announcing Denny Hecker's Auto Show Kickoff. Get a 3-year, 100,000-mile warranty on pre-owned, plus great deals and easy financing. Shop online, virtually any make or model, and all come with Denny's exclusive 3-day, 500-mile money-back guarantee. More great reasons to buy from Denny Hecker.
Here's a flashback that Roseau fans might like more than Grand Rapids fans. You'll see Grand Rapids in the 1990 title game. They get on the board first with Troy Cusey putting it in. It was all Roseau after that. Chris Gottsman scores. That makes it 1-1. And then Todd Hedlund, the game-winning goal. This was 17 years ago tonight. Roseau and Grand Rapids met in the state championship game. and it was an exciting one. We hope there will be another one tonight. There are the Roseau Rams tapping the Play Like a Champion sign they brought down from their locker room up at the Roseau Memorial Arena. They are ready to go tonight against the Thunderhawks of Grand Rapids. The Rams, of course, the highest seeded team left in Class 2A. In fact, the only top seed to advance to either the semis or the finals. Guys, this is going to be a great game. What are you looking for? What's the key to victory for Grand Rapids?
Well, you know, you look at tonight's game here between these two teams. You see two teams that play excellent team defense. I've never seen in the last few years two teams that are so well coached. I look forward to just be a one-goal game. Either way, it could go off a skate like it did back in 1990 to win it.
Emotionally, what is Roseau going through? The nephew of Coach Scott Oliver killed in Iraq. There was a funeral today. How is that going to play emotionally in this game?
Well, I think from talking to Coach Oliver, that's been handled very well by the school and by him. I think the kids are going to be settled in. I don't think it's going to be a factor tonight. In fact, somehow it may even spur the kids on to play a little harder.
And of course, our thoughts and prayers are with the Oliver family. You see the Thunderhawks now taking the ice. You can hear the crowd. It is a sold-out XL Energy Center. This is going to be a good one. Let's talk about Grand Rapids again. Ryder Jensen, again, as we mentioned earlier, 3 goals within about 2 minutes and 14 seconds at the very end of the game. How does he get that out of his head?
You know, I think goaltenders are great at getting things out of the head, letting things go. Ryder Jensen's a gamer. He's going to come ready to put his A game on the line. He knows what's at stake tonight for his teammates and for himself, a state championship.
And Mike, he did make some saves after those 3 goals and then also in overtime, so maybe that helped him get over it.
I think he's going to be fine. I mean, everybody, that happens a lot of times during the season in the first period and the goaltender settles down. Down here, I think that's not a factor at all. I think he's going to come out. He's a senior. He's been through the wars. He's going to be just fine.
Yeah, because he absolutely did shut down Edina in the quarterfinals.
Right,
so it should be an exciting one, folks. Let's not wait any longer. Let's go down ringside where Dick Stanford is standing by with tonight's starting lineups. Dick?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the XL Energy Center and to the championship game of the 2007 Minnesota High School Boys Hockey Tournament. Our championship game matches the champions of Section 7A with a record of 19-7-4, the Thunderhawks from Grand Rapids. And the champions of Section 8AA with a record of 28-2, the Roseau Rams. And now, here are your starting lineups. For Grand Rapids in goal, number 30, Ryder Jensen. At defense, number 8, Sam Rendell. And number 18, Joe Stasko. Starting at center for the Thunderhawks, number 6, Patrick White. At wing, number 7, Jason McKinnon. And number 16, Zach Morris. Grand Rapids head coach is Bruce LaRock. And his assistants are Steve Anderson and Todd Pert. The Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Starting in goal for Roseau, number 30, Mike Lee. At defense, number 10, Aaron Ness. And number 12, Alex Organ. The Rams center is number 7, Tyler Landman. His wings are number 22, Kurt Weston. And number 26, Dustin Moser. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your officials for the championship game. The referees are Bill Danielson and Dan Fedorowski. The linesman is Kevin Capacasa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stand and honor America. as the Roseau High School Band under the direction of Larry Bladson leads us in the Star-Spangled Banner.
Of the 1990 championship game. Before we drop the puck, ringside to Tom Hansen.
Clay, thank you very much. For the first time in the 63-year history of this tournament, fans from across the world are watching online, and the world is represented at this event. For Burnsville, their head coach, Jani Kivihelmi. He is from Finland. And in this game, Martin Opheim from Norway, a foreign exchange student, all taking part in this tournament. Grand Rapids has had 4 athletes compete at a state tournament since their last championship a year ago at this time. Ben Cahill, Ryder Jensen, and Nick Saratori in golf, and Joe Stayskull in tennis. How'd you like to take a Joe Stayskull shot down the line in tennis? Anyway, proving you don't have to specialize in one sport to be a state participant. These guys, both athletes on both of these teams, a lot of emotion, a lot of talents, and more than just hockey. Clay, back up to you.
All right, Tommy, thank you very much. Here's our game plan brought to you by Great Clips. Relax. You're at Great Clips.
Well, Grand Rapids undoubtedly needs goaltending tonight because he's going to get tested a lot. And they want to be physical to slow down those Roseau forwards. Roseau's got to take away time and space from White, because if they don't, bad things will happen for them. And they have to move the puck quickly to elude the checks. They have to be on the top of their game because Grand Rapids is physical.
Here's Mike Lee, the sophomore goaltender. 49 saves in the state tournament. And there's Ryder Jensen, who we talked about moments ago. 43 saves in the state tournament. This is his second straight year with the Thunderhawks in the championship game. And we're at center ice and underway in St. Paul. The AA title game, the Thunderhawks of Grand Rapids and the Rams of Roseau. We've got an icing right off the bat here, and we're going to come back in the Grand Rapids end.
Clay, these two top lines are facing off against each other, and Grand Rapids' top line is much bigger than the top line from Roseau. Roseau's got like a 5'9" guy on the wing, Moser, and Grand Rapids has got a 6'3" guy in their wing in Makinen.
We just saw head coach Scott Oliver of Roseau in his 4th year, and Lou, you mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. He and his son here with heavy hearts.
That's right, and like Scott says, it puts everything into perspective, but he's handled it perfectly, and the school has handled it perfectly, and Nick Oliver, who's also affected, came back from the funeral. Once he got back with the guys, Coach Oliver said he was right back into the thing of the state high school championship, and he thinks he's going to be fine tonight, and that's very important for this team.
And we know that this is available online, and we know that there are soldiers watching over in Iraq, and we want to give a salute to you and say thank you very much, and hope you're enjoying the hockey tournament.
And Coach Oliver said you should have seen the outpouring of support, and the soldiers need that. They have to know that how much we think of them.
Grand Rapids in orange, Roseau in white. Backhand goes wide, right off the stick of Ben Cahill, senior right wing for the Thunderhawks. This is Aaron Ness, and what a tournament he's had for Roseau. Got it to the line, but not out. Cahill takes over, sends it down again, and the save here by Mike Lee. To the side of the net, they're pounding at it. Lee's got it under there somewhere, and we get a whistle here.
That's right. Welliver and Alstead were both on the doorstep trying to force that past the goaltender. Mike Lee, who's only a sophomore, but he's had a sensational tournament, a sensational season, as we look at Coach Bruce Larocque. And Bruce Larocque knows that his team's got to play to the top of their ability, because the final game of the year, they played Roseau, and Roseau beat him. and he says you've got to be in the best in your game if you're going to have a chance against him.
Coming in on the right wing side, Ben Nelson snaps a shot off. The save by Jensen. Jensen, 15 saves in the win over Burnsville. That was a game that went to overtime last night. And if you turned off the TV, Tom Hauser said it, I'll repeat it, shame on you. You missed a great finish. Grand Rapids prevailed, but not before they gave up some goals late that brought Burnsville back into the game. Now there's a penalty coming up as being dragged down is Sam Rendell. We're going to get a power play here for the Thunderhawks a minute and a half into this period.
And this is something Roseau didn't want to do, is give Rapids opportunities on the power play. As you look at Nakamas going off for tripping right there, no doubt about that. Grand Rapids was under pressure momentarily. Now they're going to have a man advantage to start the third period here. 15:29 to go.
Nakamus at 131 for tripping. And on the power play, Grand Rapids, they are 0 for 6 so far in the state tournament. This power play brought to you by your appliance specialist, Warner Stallion. Grand Rapids coming out of their zone with the man advantage. Here's Patrick White, picked up at center nicely. Tyler Landman plays it back to his D and back out at center. Minute 30 to go here in this power play. Zach Morris coming in from the corner, throws it back here on the right wing point. Played across, shot down, in front, rebound, backhand, and they're going to blow this play dead.
Well, the guys in the crease are going to bring that face-off outside, and what just happened is what Grand Rapids wants to see happen. Stayskill at the top of the key gets the shot. This is the way Grand Rapids is going to want to set up. They're going to want him to take the shot, people in front of the net causing traffic and getting a rebound. Now, Grand Rapids will not see a very aggressive penalty kill from Roseau. Roseau doesn't want to be overly aggressive, they said, because they give up too much space, but they will take a chance to go for a goal if they see it.
Stayskill already with the one shot on goal. He led everybody with 6 last night. There's White's shot broken up in front and cleared the length of the ice. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in this Grand Rapids power play.
And Moser down there, number 26, he's usually the first man on the puck for Roseau killing the penalty. But they'll get back in their zone, and then they won't charge at the puck carrier. They'll try and set up a defensive box.
White moves in. His shot goes behind the net. He follows it to the near side. Here's Rendell. Throws it down. White checked off the puck out in front. White still there. High in the slot. A drive goes wide. That was Stayskill again.
And Stayskill's got to hit the net. He's got a terrific shot, but he's got to make certain he hits the net on that shot from the blue line.
Here's White. Takes a bump from Ness. White again trying to get it out in front for Morse. Here's Rob Roy now. Bump by Ness. Played back for Stayskill. Snaps it down. Blocked in front. Backhand. White right on the doorstep. Got it off, but Lee there to make the save.
Number 6, Pat White, has got an uncanny ability to maintain his balance even when he's getting hit, and he's very strong on the puck. Here's a shot from the point. Watch him in front. He's going to be checked by a couple of guys. He gets his stick on the puck, and he gets it away quickly. He's very, very strong in close quarters, and he can shoot the puck and shoot it quickly. There's another guy that can shoot the puck. Number 24 for Roseau. Watch him, Sam Carr. Great shot from the blue line. When Roseau gets the puck in the offensive zone, they'll be looking to him to take some shots from the point. And last night, he hit the net 7 times out of 8 shots that he had attempted.
That's going to do it for the Grand Rapids power play. Roseau back at full strength. This is dumped in from center by Nick Oliver. Played around to the far point, Martin Opheim. And you heard Tom Hansen say he's a Norwegian foreign exchange student. Back here to the Roseau line. Here's Oliver again. Pulled down, no penalty. And flipped up over the glass out of play. Under 13 minutes to go. We're in the opening period. Roseau nothing, Grand Rapids nothing. Back in St. Paul, our championship game right after this.
Pure, utter pandemonium is sweeping across the country. That's right. Papa Murphy's has created pandemonium with a fantastic pan pizza. Made with an awesome pan crust that's brushed in olive oil, then covered with our hearty tomato sauce. Now get a fantastic pan pizza loaded with up to 3 of your favorite toppings for just $7.99. So join in the pandemonium today. Handmade, home-baked, that's Papa Murphy's.
The first period brought to you by Denny Hecker. Denny Hecker Auto Connection for a great experience.
One of the guys that was a key last night for Grand Rapids is the centerman, Rob Roy, number 3. He really worked hard, and his coach says, I hope he gets some goals tonight. He deserves it because of the effort he's been giving us all tournament long.
He's got 1 so far here in the state tournament. There's a shot from the point by Aaron Ness. Blocked it into the corner. Ness with 3 assists in that quarterfinal win over Woodbury. That was a 7-2 win for Roseau. Then they beat Rochester Century 3-1 in the semis. This is going to come all the way down. Roy plays it back. Over for Sam Sparron, who takes a check. Throwing his body around is Alex Orgon. Now here's Ness through center. Headman pass for Bohl. Here comes Nathan Bohl moving to the net. Backhand, and Jensen with the save.
That was just a textbook play. If you noticed, Roseau had 2 guys in their own zone going into the corner to pick up the puck. The first man took the puck here. The second man got the pass, and he gives it to Ness. Ness passes it back right here to Oliver, and this is something. Roseau moves the puck quickly, and they jump into holes, especially number 10 on defense, Ness. Did you see? He's a defenseman. The moment his partner got it, he started up in the middle, the center ice, and he took the lead pass out and started that 3-man rush.
You talked about Sam Carr's shot. There we got a little peek of it. Got through to the goaltender. It was deflected away. Shots are 4-2 right now in favor of Grand Rapids. Here chasing this one down, Dustin Moser keeps it alive in the zone. Played into the circle, a shot, another save by Ryder Jensen, getting some early tests. There again is Moser. Lost it behind the net. And Grand Rapids is going to clear the ice here with 11:47 to go in the period.
Roseau always is in perfect condition. As we're looking at State School going off, Roseau always is in perfect position when they're forechecking. They react to the puck quickly. That first guy gets on the puck, and the second guy's right behind if the puck here is close. Otherwise, they pull up into their positions to take away the passing lanes on you. They don't give you much space at all to move that puck, and they don't give you much time because of their quickness.
This is pinned up against the wall back there. Brent Cohn, senior defenseman for Grand Rapids, coming back the other way, the Thunderhawks. This is Ben Cahill. As he steps over the line, he sends a shot on, and holding on is Mike Lee.
You noticed Rapids coming out of the zone as well. They pass the puck tape to tape. Both these clubs have been terrific all tournament long, moving the puck out of the zone, and the key is because they pass it hard, and they pass it fast, and they pass it accurately.
Off the draw, controlled here by Welliver. Kyle Welliver is second-line centerman for Grand Rapids. Taken over in that far corner by Ryan Weston. He gets it out to center. Played back to the Grand Rapids line. Bouncing puck here at neutral. Going back for it, Cahill, but too late. Here comes Roseau the other way. This is Ben Nelson, high in the slot. Sends it down, pad save Jensen. Shots now 4 apiece.
But both goaltenders lucky. The shots so far have been from far out. They can see it, they can handle it, and they're getting into the game because they're getting tested early, but not from really close quarters.
Weston brings it in. Good job defensively by Stayskill. Boy, how many times have we said that in this state tournament?
Look at that outlet pass there.
Here comes Polke, trying to move around the defender. Carr does a good job to ride him to the outside. The officials getting after him, trying to get that puck moving. Rob Roy's got it on his stick. He comes out of the corner, walking toward the net, now in behind, looking for a centering pass, and it goes through everybody.
It was a great idea, almost a perfect pass, just about 2 inches inside the blade of both Stayskill and Roy. Otherwise, he had had a great opportunity there.
Here comes Zilpine. Sends it up along the benches back to the Grand Rapids line. Lays there momentarily, and this is going to be offside. How about 18? Stayskill. Wow. I mean, we saw all the hits last night. He makes a great defensive play here just moments ago. But this is yesterday with all the checks and big hits at center ice.
Where do you see the one on number 6? Right here, King. Boy, was that something. And King took it. King is not half the size of him, and he took that well. But Stayskill had great hits last night. And as Tom Hansen said at the outset, he went to state as a tennis player, so you know he's got quick hands and great athlete.
He's going to Dartmouth, the senior. No doubt he's going to be drafted by an NHL team this coming draft. Is that next month?
No, not till June.
Not till June, okay. But, you know, he's got a bright hockey future.
And the word bright is used properly. He's going to Dartmouth.
Yeah, he's got a good grade point average as well. We've got a good hockey game going. No score yet. 9:32 to go, first period. We're back in St. Paul right after this timeout.
Well, I got this blinding pain in my stomach when I was lifting weights before. And then I passed out. And haven't been able to stand up since. But I don't think it's anything serious. This sounds like a hernia. You go to the doctor. No way. Hey, look, if I'm gonna go to the doctor for anything, it's gonna be for this thing sticking out of my stomach.
Friends, weeknights at 10 and 10:30 on 45.
45.
We're going to take a look at Roseau last night. This team is very, very aggressive on the puck. They get to it real quickly and the rebounds. We see a goal there by Weston. The unique thing, though, yesterday was both Grand Rapids and Roseau played their worst period in the third period. Each of them played much more poorly in the third than they had earlier. In the first two periods, they were dominant, and Grand Rapids had a scare because of it.
Spangled a drive from the point. Just missed the right post. Both teams' top lines are out there right now. This is probably going to be icing. And 9:20 to go here in the first period. Shots 5-4 Grand Rapids.
Coach Oliver from Roseau says one of the reasons why he thinks his kids pass so well and so quick and get the puck away and into spaces where they should, because they play a lot of 3-on-3. He likes to give them little games in small spaces, so they play in traffic. They're used to pressure, being pressured when they're being checked, and they get that puck, control it, get it away quick, and get it away accurately. And it's really worked for this team because they do move the puck as well as any team has done it in a long, long time here in the tournament. They move it fast, and they move it on the tape.
White and Landman battle for the face-off. It's played to the corner. Ryan Weston sends it around to the near side for Ness, and Ness skates it free, and this is going to be icing one more time against Roseau. The Rams come in, Louis, with their 28-2-0 record. Their only losses to Moorhead in the regular season, 6-1 and 4-1, but they avenged that with a stunning section finals victory, 1-0 over the Spuds.
You're right, and the Spuds were a terrific hockey team.
Oh.
They've got a great program up there in Moorhead. They've come so close in the last 5 years. They've just continued to turn out terrific hockey players up in that program.
And Grand Rapids coming into tonight 19-7-4, and you say to yourself, well, that record isn't nearly as impressive as Roseau's. But keep in mind, Patrick White was out for about 10 games with a bad ankle, and those are some of the losses.
They lost 3 in that span, and they also tied 1.
Turned over here. Kurt Weston trying to make something happen here in the Grand Rapids zone. Landman checked down by Spangled. He continues to throw his body around down there on the ice sheet. Played back here at center, and Ryan Weston dumps it in deep one more time. Here's a line change for the Rams.
And you look how quickly Roseau reacts to the puck, and Grand Rapids does the same in their own defensive zone. Neither of these teams are giving much space to the other team. And just look at 5 guys back there for Grand Rapids, all in good position. They get control, they get it out.
Rob Roy plays it ahead at center. Went past Cahill's stick. Back here is Sam Carr. He gathers it in. Spinning away from the defender. Got it ahead at center. Played it to Adam Nakamoose. Nakamoose battling for it. Gets it ahead to the Grand Rapids line. Now turned back over to the Thunderhawks. And here's Rob Roy at center. Roy trying to get around the defenseman. Martin Opine can't do it. 7:50 to play here, first period. Roseau nothing, Grand Rapids nothing. This is our state championship game in Class AA.
This looks like 2 boxers that have the same style. They know what the other
they know
person's
each other's
strength.
They know what punch is coming.
It really, really is so wonderful to see 2 teams that play their position so well, check so effectively, and react to the puck so quickly. They don't give you much room. The key in a good defensive game is having no space between the forwards and the defensemen. Don't give them any areas and block the passing lanes. And these 2 teams do it, and they do it better than anybody else in the tournament's done it.
This is a rematch of that 1990 state championship game, as this is turned over in the zone, and a drive from White. It just went wide. I believe that was White. Now it was Rendell. And coming back here now is Nathan Bull for Roseau.
You kind of think that a goal that gets scored is going to be on a rebound or through traffic, because they're not giving up any kind of scoring opportunities in the slot area. They're not getting any free people in there at all thus far.
Do you remember that 1990 championship game?
I remembered when I saw Gottsman score the goal. I don't remember the whole game.
3-1, Roseau won that game. Well, after 43 years, Louis, you get a break. I'm not gonna hold it to every single championship game you've done that you have to memorize them all. But
well, you could say the other part of it too. Age goes with that.
And this is going to be angled back into the zone. They're going to wave off icing. So here is Brent Cohn to try and start it out. Gets it back to the top of the zone. Now Spangled to lug it out. Spangled plays it in on the backhand deep. Back here is Sam Carr now for Roseau.
We played almost 11 minutes, Clay, and we haven't seen a good scoring chance yet. And that's the way these teams want to play. They don't want to give up any good scoring opportunities.
White gets away from Carr.
See how strong he is?
But boy, he got stood up though. And this one goes over the top of the goaltender. Lee wanted to grab it. Thrown right in front again, played to the far wall. Thrown down again here by Welliver, misses the net. And this is going to be an icing call. 5:52 to go. First period, Roseau nothing, Grand Rapids nothing. Back after this.
Come see a great selection of conversion vehicles at the Denny Hecker display at the Auto Show. Conversion vehicles from Dodge, Ford, GMC, Chevrolet, Jeeps, you name it, we have it on display at the Denny Hecker display at the Minneapolis-St. Paul Auto Show, or see them at dennyhecker.com. Make every day a Hyundai from Denny Hecker. Lease with no down payment in 07 Sonata GLS, $199 a month. Santa Fe GLS, $299 a month. Every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty. Drive your way. Denny Hecker's Hyundai, Inver Grove Heights and Roseville.
Here's what we were talking about earlier, Louis. 17 years ago tonight, Roseau and Grand Rapids, the final 3-1, Roseau.
And these are the kind of goals they're going to have to get tonight. They're going to have to get the puck and shoot it quick, because neither of these teams has given the other any kind of room or space. One thing Grand Rapids does a little bit differently than Roseau. Grand Rapids only sends one forechecker, sort of brushes the second guy, where Roseau sends two immediately on the puck. But Grand Rapids likes to keep them on the outside. That's what Coach LaRocque wants to do in his defensive zone. Keep the Roseau people on the outside perimeter, not get any opportunities in the slot area.
Here's Welliver, deep in his own zone, trying to get it out of there. 5.5 minutes to go. Shovels it ahead to center. Knocked down at the Roseau line, played back here, and Glorvigan sends it back into the Roseau zone.
Good play by the goaltender. Mike Lee heads up to get that puck out of the zone quickly, just because he saw an opening and he got it away. Relieved the pressure in a hurry.
Big drive from center ice from Ryan Weston. One of those young, up-and-coming players that Roseau can look forward to for the next couple of years. There's so many good sophomores on this Rams team. Played in front. Here's a chance. Big save. Rebound. They score. Ryan Larson. 1-0 Roseau.
Oh, and did he ever get the perfect rebound after the initial shot? Ryan Larson came in. He had a wing on the far side, getting the shot away, and the first save is made by Ryder Jensen, and there's nothing he could do. They had just come on a line change, and you saw the reaction from the wing going right to the net. A real good pass across coming here. You see the shot from the outside. Perfect. Perfect rebound. Sam Carr started that play on the left. He's a defenseman right there to pass that puck across. And as both defensemen go to the goaltender. Oh, what a good opportunity for Larson on the rebound of Ben Johnson's shot.
Ryan Larson with his 11th goal of the season, second of the tournament. The assist going to Ben Johnson and Sam Carr.
Scoring for Roseau, his second goal of the tournament, 16, Ryan Larson.
Larson had a goal in the Rochester Century game. Gets his second here of the tournament. There's a shot from Spangled that gets through to Lee. He's able to muffle that one. 4:15 to go, and Roseau has drawn first blood.
And that's why you got to be very careful in line changes. Both teams had just changed lines, and Grand Rapids really didn't get back into position, proper defensive position. Roseau reacting coming off the bench. You're looking at the scorer there, Ryan Larson. but a great shot by Ben Johnson. And it was an excellent play by the defenseman Sam Carr, who took it down the ice and made the pass over to Ben Johnson.
Another big drive off the draw, and so far everything Mike Lee has seen, he's been able to stop.
You know, the key at both of these clubs many times is how they get that puck down the ice. And Roseau's been the best at having their defensemen get it down the ice properly. They either pass it up or they can carry it up. Ness carries it more than anybody in the tournament, but Sam Carr has been extremely effective. Now we're going to get a penalty.
Penalty coming up here. And it appears this is going to be against Grand Rapids.
Well, there's one thing you don't want to have. You're trailing 1-0, and you got to stay out of the box, especially against a team from Roseau. You see the check right there, and you know when a referee's right there and you check like that, Glorvigen's going to be going off. And now Roseau leading 1-0 gets another opportunity. It's a very important penalty kill. You got a cross-check call coming here. So you got to kill this penalty if you're Grand Rapids. Coach Scott Oliver's talking to the referee about something. Probably about puck control.
Yeah, they are calling coincidentals.
They're calling both. Yeah, they are.
And Vol is going in too here for Roseau.
That's why he's a little upset.
Yep.
Oh,
I don't know if you can read lips. Scott Oliver's keeping track of how many checking from behind calls that particular official has made. This one shoveled in deep. So we're skating 5-on-5 still as
and a break
we've got
for
coincidentals. Big break there for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks.
Grand Rapids does not want to go shorthanded against Roseau.
Jumping on this loose puck here is Ryan Weston. He gets it over for Ness, and he'll start it ahead. Out of the zone by Kurt Weston. Played back here to the Grand Rapids line. Now at center, here's Ness. On the right wing for Landman. Landman tried to center it back in front.
You notice how quickly these defensemen react to the puck here at the blue line? Both of these clubs are very good at having their defensemen meet the puck carrier at the blue line, not sagging 5-10 feet back in and giving them the zone that easily. Stayskool is the best on Grand Rapids on that. Carr has been excellent for Roseau on that.
Here comes Grand Rapids. Shot from Rendell goes high and wide. Chance the other way. Here's Landman. Little spinorama centering pass. And Nakamoose couldn't finish. And it's going to be icing.
You notice when Rendell come down the ice, Rendell's a defenseman. And when you come down the ice and you take a shot, especially from the side angle, you better hit the net. Because if you're going in deep and you miss the net, it comes all the way around the boards. And that's what happened. They got an opportunity there and just missed one. Because that shot from Rendell went all the way around the boards, out the zone, and all of a sudden Roseau's on a 2-on-1.
Third line out there for Roseau, second line for Grand Rapids. Held in at the point. Here's Nakamoose paddling for it. Welliver comes away with it. Grand Rapids sends it back out to center. Nakamoose in a battle. Welliver coming in again to take it away. Splitting the defense, but then ridden down, and a penalty coming up here on Roseau.
Holding penalty in Roseau, and that's all because of the effort by Welliver. The strongest part of the game last night for Grand Rapids was the center ice play. All three center icemen, White, Welliver, and Roy, all had terrific games, and they worked real hard, and they caused you to take penalties. And now we got Roseau being shorthanded, Opheim going off, and all because of the work of Welliver. Welliver works down deep. Grand Rapids keeps their center down deep to help the defense, but then they're very quick at bringing the puck up ice and making plays.
14:35, time of the penalty. Sam Rendell working the right point. Stayskool on the left. Drive down from Rendell, loose in front. A lot of bodies out in front of that cage. Cleared behind. Roy gets it up to Rendell again. His shot deflected. Almost over the netting.
Boy, a couple of good opportunities for Grand Rapids there with Roy and White right in front of the net. That shot came from the point. You're looking at Weston, who kills penalties for Roseau and does a real good job of it. Here's a shot from the point. Look at White right there at a shot. Roy and Morris all around that puck. Mike Lee doing an excellent job in the nets for Roseau. Look at them trying to screen in front of the net. Grand Rapids sets up people in front of the net and is real good at doing it. taking away the sights of the goalie.
2-on-1 if they hurry. Centering pass in front. Landman, what a save by Jensen. Holy cow.
Oh, was that something? What a play by Larson to Landman. And then what a grab by Jensen. Better than the play. Here you see a great pass across. Landman right in there. And what a great save by Jensen. You never like that goal scored against you, and you sure don't want them when you're on the power play. That would have been a great short-handed goal for Roseau. Jensen stopping it.
Roseau has 6 short-handed goals this year. Could have been number 7. Now a 2-on-1 the other way. Beautiful pass, but picked off by Ness in the slot.
Well, unfortunately for him, he really didn't want to pass the puck, and he knew he shouldn't pass the puck. That was Morse, but the puck just seemed to stop sliding, so he got caught with the puck at his feet, trying to backhand it over, but it was defensed perfectly.
Here's Sparrow now. Off for Roy on that half wall. Roy trying to send it across for Morse. Morse didn't get all of the stick on it. It's picked off by Ness, and he ices the puck again.
It's tough when you try and pass the puck through people, especially when you're on the power play like that. They think that Stayskill is going to be really covered at the point, so they try and work the puck down low. But the pass across from side to side has got to be perfect. Otherwise, it's going to be intercepted and thrown down the ice like that one was.
30 seconds to go in this power play for Grand Rapids. They've got it here back at their own line. Good job on this penalty kill here by the Rams. There's Moser buying a little more time, dumping it in again. Back here at center, Makinen. Through the logo, hits the line. Between the circles, poke checked away by Lee. Cleared to the line and out. 8 seconds to go in this power play. Getting ready to come out of the box is Opine.
You saw the defenseman for Grand Rapids. The right-hand shot plays the left side and the left hand the right side on the point when they're in the power play for a better shooting angle. The only unfortunate thing about that is the puck coming off the boards is tough to handle.
Ness throws it in front. Jensen quickly gloves it. And we're back at full strength for Roseau here with 13.4 to go.
One good thing about these kids, even though there's a great rivalry, they keep their composure. They really keep their composure. They don't get stupid penalties. There's the pass that Ness stopped when Morse just momentarily, that puck seemed like he was going to lose it, spun around, made a great effort at it, but that youngster, the sophomore, and the best puck-carrying defenseman in the tournament, saved the play by defensing that perfectly and getting it out.
There's no question, Lou, that this team is playing its best hockey of the year. If you talk to Scott Oliver, they've won 12 straight coming into this one. Look at the heavy shot from Sam Carr from the top of the circle, and Jensen was able to glove it.
Clay, he's had 3 again tonight, and he's hit the net every time. This kid has been the most accurate defenseman in the tournament, hitting the net. And for many years, I can't remember any other defenseman hitting the net every shot like he does.
Off the faceoff. Roseau again being very dangerous here in the final seconds. And that's going to do it. Well, Roseau has the lead after the first 17 minutes. Your thoughts, Lou?
Well, I got to tell you, you know, if I'm Coach Bruce LaRocque, I'm feeling pretty good about my team. Even though we're trailing 1-0, we played a good period. They got a goal just on a transition because of the line change, and I think that he's got a feel they're right in it, and they can jump on the Roseau and tie this game up.
Well, let's find out from the man himself. He's down with Tom.
Clay, thank you very much. Bruce, obviously not the start you wanted as far as the scoreboard goes. How much is fatigue a factor at this point? 3 games, 3 days. Obviously, both teams have to play that way.
Well, so far, so good. I thought they played pretty good up and down the rink, and they're moving their feet. It's a matter if you can keep doing it for 3 periods. But I thought generally we played pretty well, as did Roseau. Pretty evenly matched as far as I could tell. We had some chances and didn't capitalize. So right now it's fine. We'll see how it plays out in later periods.
And Ryder had some big saves, didn't he?
Absolutely, as well. I thought we had some opportunities to score, and I was more or less happy with our play. We didn't get back and cover up on that rebound and get it out, but Ryder made some saves there too. So you'll have to keep it up. Their guys making some stops, so hopefully we'll pick some up in the second period.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
You bet.
There you go. 1 period in the book. Stay tuned. We have a lot of hockey coming up right after this.
A lot of car ads say, save for a limited time. Why would I want to save for a limited time when I can get a car that will save me money every time I drive it? Like the Toyota Prius Hybrid. It can save you more than $13,000 over 5 years. So you don't just feel smart the week you bought it. You feel smart, period.
Now get 2.9% APR for 60 months or a $249 lease on a new 2007 Prius. The Toyota Prius Hybrid, a great way to keep moving forward.
Pure, utter pandemonium is sweeping across the country. That's right. Papa Murphy's has created pandemonium with a fantastic pan pizza. Made with an awesome pan crust that's brushed in olive oil, then covered with our hearty tomato sauce. Now get a fantastic pan pizza loaded with up to 3 of your favorite toppings for just $7.99. So join in the pandemonium today. Handmade, home-baked, that's Papa Murphy's.
A new and easy way to buy and sell lake property is only one click away. LakePlace.com. Visit LakePlace.com for the largest online selection of Minnesota and Wisconsin lake homes, cabins, and lake lots. Search by area, city, lake, or price range to find that perfect lake place. LakePlace.com also features the largest selection of Minnesota and Wisconsin cabin rentals and family resorts. Remember, LakePlace.com, because life is better at the lake.
They've arrived. See the new Chevys at the auto show. Drive one at your Chevy dealer. And Chevy's got the best coverage in America, including the GM 100,000-mile warranty. Plus, get auto show bonus cash on 07 Impala, Cobalt, HHR, Equinox, Malibu, Monte Carlo, and the all-new Silverado half-ton extended cab models. Visit us online at ChevyDealOnline.com.
And welcome back. The number 2 seed Roseau right now on top of Grand Rapids, 1-0. This intermission brought to you by Denny Hecker. For a great experience, it's Denny Hecker. And welcome back. All week long, we've been featuring classic Minnesota hockey towns. We thought it would be a good idea on Championship Saturday night to take one more look at Roseau, one of the most classic hockey towns in Minnesota. Tucked away just 10 miles from the Canadian border, Roseau is a relatively tiny town on the Minnesota map. But when it comes to high school hockey, Roseau is huge. The Rams make their 31st state tournament appearance this year, and talk about pressure. The team plays its home games beneath 6 state championship banners in one of Minnesota's classic old-time hockey palaces, Roseau Memorial Arena. This might be the birthplace of Polaris, but make no mistake, the Roseau Rams are the boys of winter.
It's not a religion, I won't go there, but it's a big part of this community and a big part of our history.
Brian Erickson is one of Roseau's legendary alumni. He was known as Butsy Erickson in his playing days, which included 2 state tournament appearances in 1977 and 78.
That's still something I think about and wish we'd won, but we got beat by Edina both years, but tremendous experience.
Erickson is back living in Roseau after an NHL career with 4 teams. He's now a car dealer in town and still a fixture at Ram hockey games.
So we have a very long storied history. We're really proud of it. The expectations are very high.
High school hockey dates back to the early 1900s in Roseau. Erickson played his high school hockey with other Roseau legends, Neil Broughton, who went on to win an Olympic gold medal and a Stanley Cup, and Aaron Broughton, who also played in the NHL.
The Ericksons, Broughtons, and other Roseau hockey players didn't just hone their hockey skills on the ice, they also credit at least some of their success to some legendary neighborhood street hockey games.
When you're playing those games, you always had to know where Neil was, because he played just like it was the Stanley Cup playoffs, and if you had your head down, he was gonna knock you right in the snowbank.
Roseau is still Ram tough under head coach Scott Oliver, a former player in the Canadian Football League. In his 4th season as Roseau's head hockey coach, he feels right at home with the town's 2,700 hockey-crazed residents.
I love the fact that people are passionate, they know their hockey.
He also knows they expect the Rams to be in the state tournament.
Some other communities might be happy to be in the section tournament. They might be happy to be in the section championship game. But winning the state tournament here is where the bar is set.
During a December game against St. Cloud Tech, Oliver's team took a 4-0 first period lead into the locker room.
First half of that period,
kind of a feeling out period. But the second half of that period, boy, did we ever get after him.
Oliver allowed our camera in for a rare glimpse at a locker room scene during a game. He wanted his players thinking just one thing when they stepped back on the ice.
I'm going to take pride in the fact that when I'm on the ice, I don't give up a goal.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Oliver says this play like a champion sign above the locker room door is a tribute to Roseau's rich tradition.
I thought that we should put something above that door to remind this new generation of players coming through about the past and all the players that have played here and all the things that they've done. It's an incredible game to watch when the players are playing the game the way it's always been played in this town, with a lot of skill and a lot of heart and a lot of desire.
And welcome back. That play like a champion sign has been imported from Roseau. It's down here at the XL Energy Center. The players tapped on it as they went out on the ice before the first period. Joining me now, a couple of Roseau alums who 17 years ago tonight were playing at the Civic Center, I imagine it was back then, against Grand Rapids in a championship game. I've got Jamie Bufflin with me and Dana Gunderson. Dana, let me ask you, it's got to be remarkable. I know you got about 14 teammates here tonight. Can you believe it's been 17 years ago tonight?
Seems like yesterday, but it's a great team out here. They're giving their all.
And you guys managed to beat Grand Rapids by a score of 3-1.
Yeah, we beat them 3-1. They beat us earlier in the year.
Well, and so you returned the favor in the championship game. Here are some highlights from that game. And Jamie, I want to ask you in just a moment. First, we'll show the Grand Rapids goal. They took the lead in the first period. Troy Cusey is going to score here. The puck goes off a skate. So they took a 1-0 lead in the first period. You had to be a little nervous at that point, I imagine.
Yeah, we were very nervous. Went off of Corey Howe's skate. We just talked about that about 45 minutes ago. Went off his skate into the net.
And then Chris Gottsman scored to tie it up at 1, and then you assisted on this goal. Walk me through it.
Well, basically what it was, just headmanning the puck. As defenseman, Coach Blaze, Coach Mike Baumgartner just headman the puck. We had awesome forwards. Just get it up to them, and they'll do the job.
All right, Todd Hedlund got that goal. Congratulations to you guys. 17 years ago tonight. You're to be congratulated. We'll see what happens tonight. Another Roseau Grand Rapids matchup tonight. We'll be back in just a moment as we continue our coverage on Championship Saturday night.
Come see a great selection of conversion vehicles at the Denny Hecker display at the Auto Show. Conversion vehicles from Dodge, Ford, GMC, Chevrolet, Jeeps, you name it, we have it on display at the Denny Hecker display at the Minneapolis-St. Paul Auto Show, or see them at dennyhecker.com.
As Minnesota's leading broadband services provider, Comcast is proud to support the Minnesota State High School League tournaments. At Comcast, we work hard every day to provide you with the best in cable TV, high-speed internet, and phone service. But we're also an active part of your community. That's why we're proud to support the leaders of tomorrow through our Leaders and Achievers Scholarship Program, recognizing high school seniors for their community service and academic achievement. Comcast's 1,800 employees congratulate our past scholarship winners and say good luck to all state tournament athletes.
Century College in White Bear Lake is both a technical and community college. Get your start at Century. Over 60 programs to choose from, a distinguished faculty, and personal attention. In a recent survey, over 90% of our alumni said they'd recommend Century College. Students save thousands of dollars while enjoying flexible online, evenings, Saturdays, and fast-track classes. Century College is affordable and convenient. Higher education, lower tuition, Century College.
Announcing Denny Hecker's Auto Show Kickoff. Get a 3-year, 100,000-mile warranty on pre-owned, plus great deals and easy financing. Shop online, virtually any make or model. And all come with Denny's exclusive 3-day, 500-mile money-back guarantee. More great reasons to buy from Denny Hecker.
And welcome back. Let's get right to the first period highlights. Mike McGraw, take it away. Roseau gets on the board first.
Right, here you see Sam Carr picks up the puck. Nice heads-up play as he's rushing into the zone. He knows that Ben Jacobson's right in the middle. He makes a nice backhand pass across. Ben takes the shot here. Good save by the goaltender. Slides off on the side. Ryan Larson's following it up and puts it away. for a 1-0 Roseau lead.
All right, so Roseau has the lead, but you know what was very important near the end of that first period? Ryder Jensen had a 2-on-1 coming at him, the Grand Rapids goaltender. They made a great play on him. He made an even better save. That kind of shows he might be ready tonight.
Well, if there was any questions about Ryder Jensen being ready, he made a great play. 2-on-1, looked like a chance for Roseau to go up by 2, but he slid across, made an outstanding save. He's ready to go, and he's keeping him close.
All right, well, this game 1-0. It is very close right now. We're going to take a break, and we're going to be back. We've got second period action coming up just ahead. Stay with us.
Lush and inviting, Minnesota's forests have long been a source of wonder, providing wildlife with a place to thrive and raise their young, while also supplying the wood and paper products we all rely on. Which is why sustainable management practices are used to grow twice as much wood as is harvested each year. So our forests remain plentiful for generations to come. Brought to you by the people in Minnesota's forest products industry. We take care of the forest.
Warner Stelling's Extreme Warehouse Sale is this Saturday and Sunday only at our St. Paul warehouse. Get extreme savings on hundreds of appliances, including brands that never go on sale. Get unbeatable appliance savings like laundry pairs from $4.99, $600 savings on stainless steel refrigerators, and complete kitchen packages from $10.99. Plus, take advantage of no-interest financing for 1 year. Drive to our St. Paul warehouse, just north of I-94 off Dale Street. Don't miss Warner Stelling's 2-day Extreme Warehouse Sale.
Care has a color. Personal attention has a shape. Personal attention also has this shape. American Family is the first insurance company with agency certified by J.D. Power & Associates. Your American Family agent is committed to doing everything possible to make sure you're satisfied. It's personal service on a whole different level, and it only comes in this color and this shape.
American Family Insurance.
My truck better be able to haul lumber.
Haul steel, shingle, concrete, whatever I throw at it.
In the mud.
In the rain.
No matter what. We asked the guys who use trucks to help build ours and got an available 381 horsepower V8 workhorse that hauls up to 2,065 pounds and has an 8-foot bed with the largest cubic feet of space in its class. The all-new 2007 Toyota Tundra, built in America. Now with 3.9% APR financing. The truck that's changing it all. At your Toyota dealer.
There's a look at the Thunderhawk band. They trail 1-0 after 1. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Tom Hansen. Now time for a Toyota Drive for Education check. And Andre Halverson is joining us from the Toyota Corporation to talk more about that and make a presentation to the Cherry Tigers. Andre?
Tom, thank you very much. Toyota is very proud to sponsor education all across the U.S. And on behalf of Toyota Motor Sales USA and the Minnesota Toyota Dealers Association, I'm very, very pleased to present this $2,500 grant, Toyota Drive for Education, to Cherry High School.
And accepting is Cherry High School's own Eddie Scoutis and also Sherry Lee. So congratulations.
Thank you. We're using a check for an outdoor class. We're going to buy materials to make snowshoes and fishing poles, and we're going to take a trip to the Boundary Waters.
Sherry, sounds like a good time. Congratulations.
Thank you, and thank you, Toyota. We really appreciate it.
There you go. 1 period in the books. We'll send it back up to Clay upstairs for the second period. Clay?
All right, Tom, thank you very much. One thing you were talking about during the intermission here is about the quality of shots and the disparity that you saw in that first period.
Clay, we see a 1-0 game. We know it's been a pretty even game, and nothing bears it out more than looking at the shot chart. Each of these teams, if you say quality chances, that's from the top of the circle inside the 2 dots in the defensive zone. Each team took 8 shots. And the difference is Roseau hit the net 5 times, Grand Rapids hits it 4 times. Grand Rapids actually attempted 19 shots, Roseau 14. Grand Rapids missed the net 9 times, Roseau once. That's the difference in the game. We were talking about the accuracy from the point shots of Roseau all tournament long. They continued tonight. And Grand Rapids, last night they weren't accurate from the point. Again, tonight they're not.
Let's see what happens here in period number 2. To take the draw, Tyler Landman for Roseau and Patrick White for Grand Rapids. We're underway here. Played here to the Grand Rapids line and into their zone. Trying to get it back out there is Rendell. Here's Ness at center. Aaron Ness coming in, fights off a check, gets a shot off, it goes well wide. Here's Sam Rendell one more time. With some speed ahead at center. Gets it off for White. fighting through 3 or 4 players. Couldn't get a shot off, and taking it back here is Dustin Moser for Roseau. There's Spangled. Big drive right on. Mike Lee gloves it. We're going to get a whistle.
See, Lee holds onto that puck. It's shots from 75 feet out. No one's close to him. Rather than take a face-off in your own zone, he should have given it. He's got the best puck-carrying defenseman in the tournament, and Ness standing right beside him. Give him the puck because he's going to get it out. Relieve the pressure. Don't take unnecessary face-offs in your own zone, because many times it can end up with a goal in your net.
Mike Lee, the sophomore goaltender for the Rams, and Scott Oliver, the head coach, told us, Lou, yesterday that his team is playing so confident in front of him right now. It's not that Alex Bjork isn't a good goaltender, because he is, but the team just has really responded to Mike Lee.
Well, they showed that with a 1-0 shutout of Moorhead. Not only a tough team to shut out, number 2 ranked team in the state, and they had beaten Roseau twice.
Here's Kyle Welliver in the corner, takes a bump. Here's Ness staying strong on the puck. It is played back out to center, driven right back in by Rendell. And we're at 15:42 to go here in period number 2. 1-0 Roseau. The only goal in this game, Ryan Larson. It came at 12:12 of the first. Welliver fan of the puck at the Roseau blue line. Coming in to lend a hand there is Tony Polke.
And Oliver came in to lend that big check on Welliver.
Now here's Larson. Gets it ahead. Coming back here, Nick Oliver for the Rams. Trying to cut the corner. Spangled doing a good job defensively. Takes it away.
Oliver, by the way, is a 6'2" linebacker for Roseau in football. He likes to hit. One of the coaches says hockey might not be his best sport. He's that good of a football player.
That's easy to believe. Here's a turnover. Oh, opportunity goes by the boards for Nakamoose. He had a lot of ice in front of him. Couldn't run down that puck. That's easy to understand. His dad played in the Canadian Football League.
That's right.
Coming back here is Rob Roy. On the left wing side, snaps a shot off around the screen, but Mike Lee's able to handle it.
Each of these clubs, again, continues to get the puck out of their zone quickly. We're not seeing a lot of pressure by either of the teams as we look at that hit by Oliver, and it was a pretty good hit. We're not seeing much pressure on the goaltender because the defensemen, as soon as they get the puck, they get it out. And each of the clubs has defensemen that will skate it out as well as pass it out. That's a great quality in your defenseman. If he sees that the passing lanes are blocked, he just takes the puck and beats the man, skates it out.
Grand Rapids holds the zone. Here's actually an opportunity for Makinen. And his wrist shot, a little high on the goaltender. Lee's able to handle it.
I like the fact that Grand Rapids continues to shoot the puck. They shoot the puck every opportunity they get. And when you don't have anything to do with the puck, you might as well put it on the net. Many times people try and wait for a wing to come, try and find something to open up, and they want to pass the puck. Don't bother passing it. Just put it on the net.
There it is again, Lou.
Yeah, this team shoots the puck, and that's been the strong point in their tournament. And they don't wait for the pretty play or the perfect shot. They'll shoot it from all angles, and they've seen some unusual ones go in the net during this year.
There's Patrick White to take the draw for Grand Rapids, and he's going to be drafted this coming June and maybe as high as the first round.
Yeah, he's a projected potential first-round draft pick. And as we were saying last night, Minnesota's got to be very proud. They had 3 in the top 8, 4 in the top 20 in the world in the draft.
Really is. He's headed to the University of Minnesota to play his college hockey. Here, White has it taken away. Coming back the other way, Ryan Weston. It's a 2-on-1 for Roseau. Shot. Scores! Beautiful goal there by Ben Johnson. And it's 2-0 Rams.
Well, Ben Johnson, he was a big factor in the first goal. His rebound shot was knocked in by Larson, and this time he takes a perfect pass from Weston, who's done an outstanding job on defense for Roseau. Breaks out 2-on-1. An unusual thing happens. Grand Rapids gets caught with a defenseman up, and when you make a mistake, this team makes you pay. Weston, a heads-up pass, perfect, and a shot right through Ryder Jensen's leg by the centerman Ben Johnson. And that second line that Coach Oliver calls his checking line has both goals tonight for this Roseau team.
First goal of the tournament for Johnson, 4th of the season.
And Clay, that was it again. The defenseman making the play, skating the puck up ice, 2-on-1, making a perfect play. Roseau defenseman getting that puck up all the time. Good plays.
Weston on the assist at 3:06. Here's another chance for Roseau. Oh, the backhand for Landman poked away. Jensen. There's another shot by Moser. And another drive that goes wide.
Oh, what an exchange. Weston, Landman, Moser, all with opportunities. Ryder Jensen having to make the save and one missing the net.
It's as if the Rams smell blood right here.
See how quick they move that puck? Three-way passing plays. Not only pretty, but effective.
Big shot from center by Spangled, deflected up out of play. And we've got a timeout. 13 minutes to go, second period. Roseau has taken a 2-0 lead on the goal by Johnson. Back in St. Paul after this.
Pure, utter pandemonium is sweeping across the country. That's right. Papa Murphy's has created pandemonium with a fantastic pan pizza. Made with an awesome pan crust that's brushed in olive oil, then covered with our hearty tomato sauce. Now get a fantastic pan pizza loaded with up to 3 of your favorite toppings for just $7.99. So join in the pandemonium today. Handmade, home-baked, that's Papa Murphy's.
The second period is brought to you by Touchstone Energy Cooperatives of Minnesota. And there you see Ben Johnson celebrating with his Roseau Rams teammates. There was an Academy Award-winning cowboy actor back in the day named Ben Johnson. He probably feels like an Academy Award winner right now after putting his team ahead 2-0.
But I bet he was bigger than this kid. He's only 5'7", 145.
I think he was. Here's a chance in front for Grand Rapids. They think they've scored, but there is no indication from the officials.
No, the puck was frozen, and boy, they were going to charge the net. There's no doubt about that. That was Sparren trying to knock the puck through Mike Lee's legs to get Grand Rapids on the board. Shots on goal, Grand Rapids 14, Roseau 11, but 11 shots, 2 of them very effective in the net. Here you see the centering pass by Rob Roy, and look at, boy, oh boy, Sparren was going to do everything to knock it in. Very, very good play by Mike Lee to freeze it, keep it above the goal line, and get the whistle.
Lee a little shaken up, slow to get up to his skates, but he's all right now, it appears. Face-off out in front of him. Play to the point, held in here by Corey Kosak, junior defenseman for the Thunderhawks. Rolls around to the far side. Shots are 14-11 now, Grand Rapids. Puck played back here to the Grand Rapids line. Ahead for Mackinnon. Bumped off the puck, coming in to lend a hand here is White. Tries to make a move around the defenseman. Almost made it happen. Played back here for Kozak, sends it down, broken up in front, and then a one-timer, and gloved out of the air by Lee.
I want to tell you, that was amazing. White, even as he's getting knocked down, had the presence of mind to get that back to the point, so the shot comes from the point, a pass to the other side, and Mackinnon with a great shot. Lee had to be very, very fast reacting with that glove. It deflected right over to the side.
How about Lee? He just got the wind knocked out of him, and so quick with that glove.
Boy, he was quick with that glove, and he had to be quick because Mackinnon had a lot on it.
Another face-off out in front of Lee, this time White and Landman doing the honors in the face-off circle. Coming out, Roseau. Flipped up over the glass into the scorer's table. Let's take a look at Mike Lee again, coming into today undefeated on the season.
Well, as a sophomore, he didn't start the year out, and Roseau had lost a couple games to Moorhead, and they started using this kid. And boy, did he ever do a number on Moorhead, and now he's doing it in the tournament.
And we talked about it before, about the confidence this team has in front of Lee.
Well, I think that, they're a pretty confident team anyway.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They're a very, very solid team. Well coached, play their positions real well. Look at, they just take away passing lanes. Look where the defenseman meets the plate, the red line. They don't give you any space to get free. You see how quickly they move up on the play? And that's the key in defense.
Spangled is forced to ice the puck there.
Yeah, and what you want to do when you're forechecking, you're pressuring the puck carrier, but the people that are behind you have to determine whether to go to the puck carrier, are they going to be able to be useful there, or take away the passing lane. And Roseau reads the plays and reacts properly most of the time, and that's why they don't give you any space.
Welliver takes his man down. It's Oliver. Here comes Grand Rapids. They're down 2. They need something to happen here positively. There's a shot, and they're offside.
And the reason why they're offside is the defenseman Carr plays up on the play. So as the wing Cahill's coming, he can't get over the line quickly enough. He's got to try and go sideways, and as he goes sideways, his wing is going full speed on the other side, goes offside. And that's because the defenseman times the play perfectly not to let him in easily over that blue line.
This one rolls into the corner. Played up along the dasher, comes down here for Opine. Opine hit by two men. One of them Alstead. Alstead has it now, and now they return the favor. He's stapled up against the boards. Thrown out in front, nobody home.
But Grand Rapids is great at getting the puck along the boards. They're very tough along the boards. They come up with it more than they don't.
Nick Oliver kicks it to his stick. He's checked off the puck real hard. And Corey Kosak plays it to the far wall. Here's Kosak now, trying to move out from that corner. He's being held up by Ben Nelson. 10:54 to go. Play to the point. Here's Carr. He's always dangerous from out there. Throws it down in the slot. Comes on through to the near side. And sent back around. Kosak trying to get it out of the zone. Rams doing a great job here on this forecheck, Lou.
Yeah, and you notice it's a man-on-man every position. They're not getting outnumbered. Both of these clubs take the proper man, and they don't get themselves running around. That's why it's so tough to do anything with the puck.
Here's Ryan Larson now. He's already got a goal tonight.
Biggest problem Grand Rapids is they're trying to put the puck around the boards hard all the time and not looking to pass it to him.
Sam Sparron, he has Roy behind him. Roy off the drop pass, checked again, and another nice job on defense by the Rams as they break up that play. Now here's Roy one more time coming in over the blue line. And ridden to the outside by Ness.
Just rides him to the outside, takes the puck away.
And we got an icing. Roseau is in charge right now. They have a 2-goal lead. 9:54 to go in the second.
Save hundreds on brand name pool tables at factory direct prices.
Truckloads of pool tables like American Heritage and Cannon are arriving at Watson's this weekend.
New, distressed, and factory closeout tables up to 50% off. 8-foot pool tables only $9.99. Leather pocket tables only $12.99. 6 months, save as cash.
Complete game room packages as low as $19.99.
The area's largest selection of play gyms, pools, and spas.
Factory direct sale at Watson's.
What do you think of that haircut, Lou? This is our fan cam brought to you by Papa Murphy's, handmade and home baked.
I don't criticize any haircut with the amount of hair I got. Many times I'd be happy to have that much hair to be able to do that.
Oh, it's been fun here over the last 4 days. Some great crowds at the XL Energy Center in St. Paul, and I know the people at the X have been very pleased at the overall atmosphere.
Okay, we might have the same play again. You're going to see an icing. Scott Oliver, this reminds me of my juvenile days. Our coach did the same thing, basically. What Roseau tries to do is win the draw to the defenseman. That time it was Ness on this side. The defenseman fires it all the way around the boards. The wing on his team goes right to the boards, and he just slaps it down the ice. The centerman takes off, and they try and get a breakaway. They only do it on the other side because that's a backhand for Ness. You can't get the puck around the boards coming from that side.
Stejskal wanted to drill Kurt Weston, just missed him.
Weston got him back there.
Coming back here is McInerney. The Thunderhawks a 3-on-2. The shot from White deflected right as he took it.
Oh,
Weston coming back.
Be a penalty there.
Penalty coming up here on Grand Rapids. Delayed penalty. Thrown in front, and Stejskal's going to touch it. And we've got a power play coming up here for the Rams.
That's a hook behind the play, and unfortunately for Grand Rapids, you'll get a look at it. It comes with them trailing 2-0. Pat White, who you don't want to see go out, there's White right there after Ness made the play, hook him down. Pat White, who's not only their best player, he's their best penalty killer and most dangerous penalty killer. So it's like a double whammy. One, you don't have him on the ice, and secondly, he's a guy that could be effective for you out there trying to score a goal.
7:49 the time of the penalty. Here's a chance for Roseau to take a 3-0 lead. Ryder Drenson, big save. Another shot on the backhand from Larson. Just missed. Larson making a bid for his second goal of the game. There's another Warner Stallion power play, the appliance specialists. Nelson gets it to the point. Here's Ness again. One-timer, and that's Carr again.
Yep. And they try and play that Ness to Carr, so the Carr gets a shot all the time, and they use a screen in front.
Carr, room to operate. Big drive deflected in front.
Good block there by Sparron.
Grand Rapids just trying to clear the zone. And here's Glorvigan. He's going to get it to the top of the zone, but not out. He turned it back over. And now here's some breathing room for Grand Rapids. About a minute to go in this power play for the Rams. They already lead it 2-0. Now the Rams, Louis, haven't been dynamic on the power play here in the state tournament. They're 1 for 9 coming into this game here tonight.
That's very surprising because they do have, now that's a high stick. You should never do that. The faceoff's going to come down in the Roseau zone. When they shoot it down the ice, you might as well just let it go because then at least you have control and come up the ice. Now, with the faceoff, you might lose a faceoff and not get control. But the Rams, you would think that they'd be much better. They were, you know, during the year, they had a terrific power play.
They had a 24% power play.
But you get in the state tournament, you see better defenses, maybe better goaltending, and certainly, you know, people are more aware of your power play, and it's not as effective. But they sure have the skill to be better than 1 and 9.
Well, we got 45 power play goals on the year. They'd like to get one here and really put Grand Rapids up against it. Down 3 with 7 minutes to go.
Spangled again, making the play, getting it down. And the quarterback coming up, Ness again for Roseau.
Oh, he's a great puck carrier, fun to watch. Here's Weston now, thrown in front, shoots. No, they wave it off. It looked like it was about ready to drop in, but it doesn't go in. Oh my, that was close.
Landman on his backhand made a good shot, hit the pipe. And what a three-way passing play, starting with Ness. Full strength now.
Power play is over. 7:04 to go.
Maybe we'll have a chance to run that again if we can, because you see great passing play. Ness bringing it up ice. Look at him. He's just a quarterback. He knows what he's doing all the time. Makes a great pass over to the side. And you see Weston across right there to Landman off the pipe and crossbar. Landman already had his stick in the air. Look at that right there off the bar. The crowd's reacting to it. They see it in the stadium here.
Grand Rapids back at full strength. They really need a goal here before the end of the period to get some confidence back. Here's Rob Roy. Headman pass at center. Tony Paulke lugs it in, trying to cut the corner. Good job by Opheim on defense.
See, that's where they should be using the points. Roseau uses the points more. Paulke try to get it in the slot area. The points are wide open. Stace goes back there on the point. You might as well get the puck back to the blue line and have him shoot it rather than having to pass it through people. It gets intercepted.
That's 6.5 to go. Second period. 2-0 Roseau.
And here comes Carr.
Sam Carr in the slot, shot. Ryder Jensen the save. Long rebound, but nobody following up on the play for Roseau.
Well, if they got an all-tournament team, there's no way in the world that Ness and Carr aren't going to be on it. A couple of great defensemen. Roseau's whole defense, though, right? I'll tell you, Oregon, Weston, Opheim, they've been great.
And last year in the championship game, we were talking a lot about defense. It's really
Ryan
what
McDonough.
it really is what championship teams are built around, defense.
That's right.
In
Ryan
any
McDonough,
sport.
best player in the tournament last year.
5:52 to go, second period. Roseau 2, Grand Rapids nothing. Back on 45 after this.
Do you have friends in New York?
Yeah?
What home phone service do you use?
Comcast, definitely. I get
unlimited calling in the U.S. and Canada.
Great local customer service.
all my favorite calling features.
Voicemail notifies me online.
It works on the phones I already have.
I got to keep my phone number.
And we only pay $33 a month for the whole year.
For just $33 a month, Comcast is giving people something to talk about. Call 1-800-COMCAST today.
2-0 Roseau, 5:52 to go in the second. Lou, it's been fun working with you again on the state tournament this year, and here's some photos from the book that you have coming out in October, Minnesota North Stars, History and Memories with Lou Nanne, and we're really looking forward to this coming out. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's, 40 years. It's going to be the anniversary, and we're going to bring it out in October. As you look at Hextall and Pete LaPresti, we've got 100 pictures, and we got a lot of stories about the trades and different things in the hockey club, about the sale of the club, and things that were never really told. And It was fun doing it with Bob Showers, who set it up, and really his idea, and Pat Royce, who edited it.
Oh, I can't wait to read some of those stories, some that you've been sharing here over the last few days.
It's going to be a coffee table book. It's, you know, hardcover and something for a collector's item.
There's a long shot from Mackinnon. The glove saved by Mike Lee.
Well, Roseau just wants to continue to play the same way they're playing and not give this man that you're looking at, Pat White, who's one of the top, if not the top player in the tournament thus far. They've really got him shut down. And the plan tonight was to basically not shadow him, but take away his time and space. Always be around him. Make certain that if you can stop the puck from getting to him, do that. But at least if he got it, be in position to check him immediately. Don't give him any room to operate. And they have been, Roseau's been very effective in doing that to him.
Well, he led Grand Rapids in the first period with 4 shots. But, Lou, let's be honest, not a lot of quality shots from the Thunderhawks in that first period, as you talked about.
Well, neither team really had a lot of quality ones. When you look at the shot charts, there was, you know, from the scoring area, Rapids had 4, Roseau had 5, but overall, they are doing the job they wanted to do on the key man. And we've been seeing all tournament long, we've featured Pat White at the outset because he means that much to this team. Shut him down, and your odds of winning are very, very high. And no one was able to do it in the tournament thus far until tonight. Right now, Roseau's doing an excellent job of it.
Bringing it back to center, here is Moser. He tried to headman for Weston. Weston follows up on it, and the shot gets in.
But good position by goaltender Ryder Jensen. Weston's coming from the angle. The defenseman of Grand Rapids has got good angle on him, so he can't cut to the front of the net. Jensen sees that. He stays to the side right here, so he knows the guy can't cut in front. He takes away the short side. Strong to the pipe, faces him, and no room for Weston to put it. Weston did put one last night, by the way, up over the goaltender when he was down, but the goaltender wasn't as good position as Ryder Jensen was there.
Alstad gets it ahead to center ice, but punched right back in by Opheim, and again that defense standing its ground here for the Roseau Rams, as they have since the first drop of the puck. Here's Opheim again at the point, plays it down. This time cleared back out to center by Grand Rapids. But there is Carr to bring it right back in. 4.5 to go, second period. Rams 2, Thunderhawks nothing. Some body checks thrown behind the net and now cleared the length of the ice.
Allows Grand Rapids to go for a line change, but they better be careful. As that pass connected, they could have got caught a little short-handed.
There's Nakamoose to play it in deep. And he'll head to the bench. A line change here for Roseau.
As soon as Grand Rapids sees that, they try a long pass up ice to catch him.
Play mostly in this end since we came back from break.
With the
and this is going to be an icing. Hey, don't forget, next week, our state tournament coverage continues. It's the girls basketball tournament, March 15th through the 17th. So Thursday, we're going to be on the air here on 45 with wall-to-wall coverage of the girls state basketball tournament. We hope you can join us here on Channel 45. It's going to be fun. As this has been.
Grand Rapids has to be careful they don't get away from their game. They got plenty of time to get in the game and tie this game up, but they seem to be stretching the offense a little too much, and trying to do that, you're not making good passes. Roseau's getting a lot of control.
And this is going to be whistled down offside, so the breaks continue to go against Grand Rapids. They're down here late in the second period.
But when Grand Rapids plays like they just did in neutral zone there, and are close to one another, and there's not such a gap, they get an opportunity. You're going to see the offside just on the left, not by much, but just enough. Pelkey was over the line before Rob Roy got going. You look at a coach, Bruce LaRocque, shouting encouragement to his team.
He's in his 8th year as head coach, 113 wins. Love 114 here tonight, and get Grand Rapids their first state title since 1980. They were runners-up last year to a very good Cretin-Durham Hall team, and that's where Grand Rapids ran into trouble last year. A great defensive team in Cretin-Durham Hall.
Offside there. There was just another indication right there of Grand Rapids trying to stretch it, trying to get the long pass. As soon as the puck was shot down, Spare in number 10 on Grand Rapids notices his defenseman going back. He circled in the neutral zone all the way to the far blue line, looking for that long lead pass. It's great if you get control and work it, but it usually doesn't work so well against good defensive teams like Roseau. They pick you up and they intercept it, and you're caught in your own zone, outmanned, and that's something you don't want to be against a high-scoring outfit and good puck control outfit like Roseau.
Nelson battling for the puck behind with Cone. Plays it to the corner, now top for Ness. Sends it down, just missed. Kept alive in the zone. Here's Nakamu sending it through the slot. Shot 16-14 Grand Rapids, but they trail by 2. Back out at center, Ness fires it in. And here comes a fresh line for Roseau. Boy, that headman pass, missing the man. That was intended for Morse. Wasn't even really that close. It's just been a tough night here for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks.
It's a tough strategy to really execute against a team like Roseau. They know their positions. They play well. They pick up the man very quickly.
Here's Morse. Has White in front. Morse tried to center it. Great job by the defenseman. It was Ness again, this time laying his body out, and he didn't care if he got hurt on that play.
Well, he knows he's not going to get hurt, but he knows he's got to block that so the pass doesn't get through, or probably he'll end up in the net. Great play by the kid.
He's been one of the MVPs of this Roseau team this year, and certainly here in the tournament. Lee holds on. 1:36 to go in the second. It's been Roseau since the early going.
The pass across was attempted there, as you see, by Morris to White, but Ness in perfect position, lays his body out, and he knows that he's got to stop that. And the only way that puck is going to get through, it's got to be over him. And if it's over him, it's not very likely to be a good pass. And good play by him. He just shut off that passing angle for Morris that he couldn't get the puck through to White.
Just a sophomore, Aaron Ness. And there are so many young players on this team that are coming back. Tyler Landman, the top line center, just a sophomore for Roseau.
Well, just take a look at Roseau's third line. He called it the third line. Nakamus, a freshman, Oliver, a sophomore, Nelson, a junior.
They call that the pyramid line.
Yeah.
And they're all coming back intact next year. So we have not seen the end of this Roseau team in St. Paul, I'm sure. A minute to go here in the second. Roseau at the only goal of this period. It came from Ben Johnson at 3:06. And a face-off outside the zone.
In the last 6 minutes, 5-6 minutes, Grand Rapids not nearly as effective with the puck as they were earlier. It just seems that they're trying too many long passes. They're not moving together as a unit, and they just seem to be a little more flat-footed. It could be, you know, they're tired, could be fatigued, but Roseau certainly had control of the last 6 minutes thus far.
Kozak trying to clear it from behind, gets it off for Glorvik. One of the captains for this Thunderhawk squad, got it to the Roseau line. And now here's a bouncing puck settled down by Roy. Tried to throw it out in front, high in the slot. Doesn't happen, comes back out to center with 30 seconds to go in the period. This is Ryan Weston, bangs it off the wall, back out at center. Glorvik again has his pass, intercepted, coming into the zone is Bull. Now he'll just dump it in. 12 seconds to go in the period.
One of the keys here, too, is Roseau's been moving the puck so quickly, Grand Rapids hasn't been able to be physical with him. They can't get to him quick enough. The puck goes before they have a chance. Tad White's going to take a shot at right at the buzzer.
Well, Lou, I don't know what you make of this, but Grand Rapids has not scored a goal in 5 periods of state title games. Back in 06, they lost to Cretin-Derham Hall 7-0, and here they are trailing 2-0 going to the third.
Well, they still got 17 minutes to go, but they've got to be more effective with the puck than they were in the last 6 minutes. They seem to have gotten away from what they were doing right after Roseau scored that second goal. And Roseau, complete control of the game, playing picture perfect, just exactly the way Scott Oliver wanted him to play.
Well, let's hear from Scott right now. He's downstairs with Tom.
Thank you very much, Clay. Scott joining us. Scott, you've got the complete package here. Offense, defense, goaltending. You've outscored your opponents 10-3 so far in the tournament. Everything seems to be rolling for you.
Well, it has, but we got one big period coming up here. There's 17 minutes left, or as I like to call them, miles.
17 miles, and we can be state champs. So we're going to have to come out. Our goal to come out in that second period was to get after them and not to lay back. You know, we're not gonna try to protect a 1-goal or 2-goal lead. We're gonna keep playing the way we always play, and that's by trying to win the block or trying to win the period. Our systems are set up in that we are gonna make sure that things are covered defensively out there.
Look out for the Zamboni there, Coach.
Well, I'd give that Zamboni a pretty good run if I had to.
Good luck to you in the third period.
Thanks.
There you go, Scott Oliver. Should also mention that Sam Carr is a two-sport athlete for the Rams. He was also a state golfer. Stay tuned. More coming up right after this.
They've arrived. See the new Chevys at the auto show. Drive one at your Chevy dealer. And Chevy's got the best coverage in America, including the GM 100,000-mile warranty. Plus, get auto show bonus cash on 07 Impala, Cobalt, HHR, Equinox, Malibu, Monte Carlo, and the all-new Silverado half-ton extended cab models. Visit us online at ChevyDealOnline.com.
Warner Stelling's Extreme Warehouse Sale is this Saturday and Sunday only at our St. Paul warehouse. Get extreme savings on hundreds of appliances, including brands that never go on sale. Get unbeatable appliance savings like laundry pairs from $4.99, $600 savings on stainless steel refrigerators, and complete kitchen packages from $10.99. Plus, take advantage of no-interest financing for 1 year. Drive to our St. Paul warehouse, just north of I-94 off Dale Street. Don't miss Warner Stelling's 2-day Extreme Warehouse Sale.
Century College in White Bear Lake is both a technical and community college. Get your start at Century. Over 60 programs to choose from, a distinguished faculty, and personal attention. In a recent survey, over 90% of our alumni said they'd recommend Century College. Students save thousands of dollars while enjoying flexible online, evenings, Saturdays, and fast-track classes. Century College is affordable and convenient. Higher education, lower tuition, Century College.
45 is proud to present the Excel Award winners. Brian Mueller, Swanville High School. Amy Jo Upsall, St. Clair High School. David Pallison, Buffalo High School. Rebecca Polanski, Grigla High School. Austin Quaid, Westbrook Walnut Grove High School. Adam Steninger, Chisholm High School. David Toporowski, Perham High School. Anna Sellens, St. Peter High School. Congratulations to all of the Excel Award winners.
Well, welcome back. This intermission is brought to you by Denny Hecker. Denny Hecker Auto Connection for a great experience. Roseau out to a 2-0 lead now. They've had one in the first period, one in the second period. Our score right now, 2-0. Going into the third period should be an exciting finish to this game. Joining us now is Dave Stead, the Executive Director of the Minnesota State High School League. Dave, thanks for being here. You got to be thrilled by the attendance. Let's start with tonight. Here's two northern Minnesota teams, and this arena is packed.
It is, and we've sold a number of standing room only tickets as well, just because people really want to come in and watch good quality hockey. And it's March in St. Paul. It's a high school tournament, so we're just thrilled that people are coming out to watch these games.
Class A attendance also been very good, those day games.
You know, it's interesting because that number continues to get bigger and bigger each year, and they just kind of blew the top out of the attendance in Class A. And we had some great teams, but we did have a full arena as well.
Well, now, Mike and I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about the major news out of the high school league, especially as it pertains to hockey, is some of the section realignments. It's going to be a whole new landscape for high school hockey fans. Let's start by talking about Section 2 that is now going to include Holy Angels, Jefferson, and Edina, all kind of traditional or recent powers. There's been a lot of other changes too, but explain to our viewers, what was the rationale for some of these changes?
Well, it was geographically based. One of the things that we try to do is to put teams together in a very consistent manner so that geography comes into play more than anything else. We have a geo system that puts school locations on the map, and then we just begin to gather those schools together so we have sections of 8 or 9 or whatever that number happens to be. We don't take a look to see what schools are there. We just try to make sure that we do it so that we have a good number of schools coming together. And then from that, we'll have our teams that come out of the section. Our schools want to make sure that we have a good representation from throughout the state, and we've never tried to gather teams together based on the team's strength.
And Mike, I know you've noticed that Anoka's going to have to do a little traveling.
Well, that's it, and it's a large school district, Tom, as you know, and they have more than one high school there. So how is Anoka singled out in that one?
Well, again, it's their location in the state, and we have to start from the corners to try to gather the teams together. It's one of those issues that if people would go to our website, you could take a look and see the map of Minnesota and how those teams are pulled together, and that might be a good way to explain that.
And also in Section 7, people have to realize that there are not a lot of big schools south of Duluth.
Well, and that's exactly right. If you take a look at the Class AA schools, the very large schools we have, with the exception of Roseau, that chooses to opt up and play in the higher classification, there aren't a lot in greater Minnesota. They're pretty much right here in the metro area.
Right. Want to get in one last quick question about replays. Yesterday, 5 goals were disallowed in this tournament. This is only the second year of replays. Any concern about the number of goals disallowed yesterday?
No, because I think our officials truly want to get it right, and that's why we started the replay in the first place. We're the only state in the country that does that. We have the facilities here at the X to make that happen. It's worked out well, and it's something that the kids, I think, appreciate, knowing that when a goal is scored, it's really a goal.
And I think for the most part, people agree with most of the calls that were made yesterday. Dave Stead, congratulations on another great tournament, Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament. Nothing else like it anywhere in the country. We'll be back in just a moment with exciting third period action on Championship Saturday night.
Come see a great selection of conversion vehicles at the Denny Hecker display at the Auto Show. Conversion vehicles from Dodge, Ford, GMC, Chevrolet, Jeeps, you name it, we have it on display at the Denny Hecker display at the Minneapolis-St. Paul Auto Show, or see them at dennyhecker.com.
Stauber's Gold Crease is a proud sponsor of the Minnesota State High School League tournaments. Visit our newly remodeled Edina location and our brand new facility in Blaine. Stauber's Gold Crease. Train, evolve, succeed.
Pure, utter pandemonium is sweeping across the country. That's right. Papa Murphy's has created pandemonium with a fantastic pan pizza. Made with an awesome pan crust that's brushed in olive oil, then covered with our hearty tomato sauce. Now get a fantastic pan pizza loaded with up to 3 of your favorite toppings for just $7.99. So join in the pandemonium today. Handmade, home-baked, that's Papa Murphy's.
Your typical well-built home. Or is it? Under infrared, you can see it can be a sieve for energy. At Minnesota's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, we've got hundreds of things you can do to increase energy efficiency. From the Johnson's new heat pump, to the Walker family's programmable thermostat, to the Pearson's energy-efficient light bulbs. Whether the energy-saving device is high-tech or low, there's something all of us can and should do to help. We're all in this together.
Save hundreds on brand name pool tables at factory direct prices.
Save 20 to 50%.
Pool tables only $9.99.
Play gyms, pools, and spas. That's Watson's.
Don't miss the Comcast On Demand instant replay throughout the high school tournaments. Call 1-888-COMCAST today to learn more about the Triple Play Bundle.
Make every day a Hyundai from Denny Hecker. Lease with no down payment in 07 Sonata GLS, $199 a month. Santa Fe GLS, $299 a month. Every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty. Drive your way. Denny Hecker's Hyundai, Inver Grove Heights and Roseville.
Well, welcome back. Number 2 seed Roseau, the only seeded team left. They're leading Grand Rapids 2-0. The mascot, by the way, has been unmasked there momentarily, I hope. Nobody's alarmed by who the actual mascot is. Let's go into a flashback now from 1972.
Well, Grand Rapids will have 6 skaters against 4. They have pulled their goalie. No goalie in the Grand Rapids net. Stackley bearing in. Stackley over to Newton. He shoots. Stanley scores! Cahill races with the Sandbeck for it. They battle along the boards. International Falls in possession. Dahl turns around, he scores! Great goal!
And International Falls, unfortunately for Grand Rapids, ended up winning that 3-2. Grand Rapids went down, but look at this. Grand Rapids has a tremendous history. We talked about Roseau earlier. Grand Rapids making their 14th appearance. They've won 3 championships. They've been runner-up 4 times, meaning half the time they're here, they get to the championship game, and they were back-to-back state champs in 1975 and 1976. Not a lot of teams have done that. Let's talk now a little bit about this game. Grand Rapids has their work cut out for them. They're down 2-0 right now. Dave Palmquist, what does Rapids have to do to get back in it?
Well, right now, Patrick White's got about 1/3 of their shots. They're going to need more offense. They're going to need to get their defensemen more involved in the play. They need more offense. If they're going to get it, they're going to have to get it from Patrick White and hopefully some second or third liners.
Mike, Roseau's not getting a lot of offense, but they do have 2 goals. Let's take a look at the goal from the second period.
Yeah, and again, you'll see that this goal is scored off the rush. There's a turnover here. Ryan Weston picks up the puck, the defenseman, and this is a very nice rush here. Here's a defenseman carrying it down, takes a look, makes a beautiful pass over to Ben Johnson, 5-hole, up 2-0.
All right, now let's set the scene. Last night, Grand Rapids had a 3-0 lead, and they saw what can happen with just a few minutes left in the game. All of a sudden, Burnsville tied it up. This game is by no means over, Dave Palmquist.
Well, I'm sure Bruce LaRock went through this with their team between periods here, that last night we were up 3, they came back. We can do the same thing tonight here. We got to play for 17 minutes. If the championship's on the line, anything can happen. They're going to lay it on the line.
And Mike, you've commented more than once, a 2-0 lead can be one of the scariest leads in hockey.
That it can be, but right now, the way this game is going, Roseau has scored twice off the rush, and they have not given up one odd man rush yet. If they continue to do that, they're champs.
All right, well, Grand Rapids does have the not-so-secret weapon, Patrick White, still in their arsenal. We'll see what happens. Championship Saturday night continues in just a moment.
LakePlace.com is a proud sponsor of the Minnesota State High School League tournaments on Channel 45. Congratulations to all participating schools from LakePlace.com.
Century College in White Bear Lake is proud to sponsor the player of the game. Congratulations, athletes. We are proud of the values and dedication you bring to your team, school, and community. Higher education, lower tuition. Century College.
Lush and inviting, Minnesota's forests have long been a source of wonder, providing wildlife with a place to thrive and raise their young, while also supplying the wood and paper products we all rely on. Which is why sustainable management practices are used to grow twice as much wood as is harvested each year. So our forests remain plentiful for generations to come. Brought to you by the people in Minnesota's forest products industry. We take care of the forest.
Hey everybody, it's NDA Shamrocks time. You can help Jerry's kids like me. It's easy. Go to your favorite store or restaurant and buy an NDA Shamrock. Write your name on it. Help kids like me with muscular dystrophy.
Join the fight against muscular dystrophy. Buy a Shamrock at one of these local sponsors.
Help Jerry's kids. Buy your NDA Shamrock today.
Have you noticed how many car ads want you to hurry in? Hurry in, don't wait. They want you to hurry because they don't want you finding out what the best car really is. This is the Toyota Camry, the 2007 Motor Trend Car of the Year. So, you know, it's the best car.
Lease the famously popular Toyota Camry for just $209 a month. Toyota, a great way to keep moving forward.
Everyone in this building thinks they're done, except them. You want to finish them? Yeah! You got a dog down, you keep kicking it, and kicking it, and kicking it, so it doesn't want to get up anymore. Welcome back to the third period. The Roseau Rams 17 minutes away from a possible state championship, but first they have to deal with the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. I'm Tom Hansen, Andre Halverson, Dave Stead, a special drive for education for the Toyota. This is a big check, Andre, that you're handing down here.
Yes, it is, Tom. Thank you very much. This check represents the sum total of the 10 individual grants of $2,500 each that the Minnesota Toyota Dealers Association and Toyota Motor Sales USA was very proud to present to 10 very deserving high schools all across the state of Minnesota.
Dave, talking with the teachers and the kids, they were excited because these are projects that were really desperately needed in these communities.
Well, these are great ideas, and the way that the schools submitted the information, the support that Toyota has, this is a constant companion for us at our tournament, so we're just delighted to receive this check on behalf of those schools.
Congratulations, Dave, on a great tournament.
Thank you, Tom.
Andre, thank you very much.
Tom, thank you very much.
Here we go. Hold on to your seats, folks. The third and deciding period. Roseau, Grand Rapids, Clay, take it away.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Lou, we heard Scott Oliver before the period started telling his team, everyone in this building thinks Grand Rapids is done except Grand Rapids. We've got to keep this team down. So he's telling his guys they can't let up. They saw what happened last night in this building.
Well, they didn't want to, obviously, Scott doesn't want his team to be complacent, and Grand Rapids knows they're desperate. They know they got to get the next goal, so they are going to be desperate, and they're going to come at them hard.
So here we go in period number 3. It's a big one for Grand Rapids. And a big shot from the point. Ryder Jensen is able to muffle that shot. It came from Alex Orgon.
The thing Grand Rapids has to be aware of, don't get over anxious. Don't start running around. Play the game that you played in the first period and go for the next goal. Play it, not conservative, but solid.
Off the draw, controlled by Joe Staskel for Grand Rapids. Played around to the near side and out of the zone. Here's Patrick White. This is a big period for him because Grand Rapids relies so much on him for their offense. Played along that far wall. Here it comes to White in the slot. Checked away from the puck by Alex Orgon.
Great job by the defenseman Orgon, and that's what Roseau's been able to do all night long. Get to White immediately as soon as he gets the puck and give him no room at all to operate.
Orgon, a headman pass for Nathan Bohl. He'll dump it in and head for the bench. Line change here for Roseau. Grand Rapids trouble getting it out of their own end. Here's Dustin Moser now from the corner. Hit hard. Rolls around to the far side. Playing it there is Opine. Roseau able to keep it in deep.
Moser's had a great tournament for Roseau. Just an excellent tournament. He's all over the ice.
Tyler Landman has it taken away. Here comes Alstad the other way for Grand Rapids. Loose in front of the Grand Rapids bench. The Thunderhawks try to get it into the zone. They're having some trouble here early on in the first few minutes of this third period. Now here's Weston coming in. Weston drops it back. Landman moving in. Scores!
That was all on a bad line change. If you ever roll the camera back to the red line where the puck got turned over, you'll see nobody between the goal and Roseau players. Then they try to react to come on the ice. Weston goes down the ice, takes the checker with him. Landman picks up the puck through traffic, a screen. He puts it in the net. You have to watch those line changes, and the kids went off the ice at the wrong time. When this is happening, now the other three are gone to the bench. There's no room there. And here comes Weston. As you see the guys trying to get back into the play, coming from the bench, not in good position to check Landman. And Landman just puts it away and puts Roseau up 3-0.
27th goal of the year for Landman, but his first of the state tournament. That line now has 6 goals here in the state tournament. Coming back now, Ben Nelson for Roseau. They're looking for more. Here's a pass. Oliver dropped it back in the slot. There was nobody there and poked away. The assist going to Kurt Weston at 1:30 of the period. Meanwhile, Grand Rapids has gone 86 minutes of state title games without a goal.
Well, one of the things you have to be very careful of, you should have a rule to your team. You only change when the puck's going down in the other zone. When it's down in the defensive zone, then you come to the bench. When you change in the neutral zone, when the puck's in the neutral zone, bad things happen many, many times. Here's Weston, a great individual effort, driving to the net, dropping it to Landman. Landman coming from behind, as you see everybody scrambling to try and get back in the play. Too late. The backhand shot's already taken. They're all around goaltender Jensen, and there's nothing he can do about it. Just watch it go in the far corner.
Tyler Landman, the leading point getter here on this Roseau Rams team. He's now got 57 on the year. And Grand Rapids really in desperation mode now here. I mean, there's still a lot of time on the clock, but they really need the next goal. Here comes White. Just the guy who can get it. Played back for Morris. Morris now behind the net in front and cleared away.
White hit it with his stick above his shoulder, above the crossbar, and that's why the faceoff's going to come all the way down. He tried to knock that puck right out of the air in the net. They want to score any way they can.
How about Aaron Ness? How good has he played in this state tournament?
Well, he's been superb. He gets the puck and he gets it up quickly. Defensively, he's been strong. Watch him block this pass right there. He's just been everywhere. He's been a bane in the side of Grand Rapids all night long.
You know, and he's not bad offensively either. I mean, he had 3 assists alone in that Woodbury game.
He's the best offensive defenseman in the tournament.
Staskel pokes it along the wall, got it back out to center, driven right back in by Carr. Timeout on the ice, 13:46 to go, third period. Roseau large and in charge right now.
Hi, I'm Sandy May with Papa Murphy's. and we're proud to be a sponsor of the 2007 Minnesota State High School League tournaments shown right here on Channel 45. Congratulations on coming to the state tournament. We know you're the best of the best to make it this far, and we thank you for supporting Pop Murphy's throughout the state of Minnesota.
Denny Hecker Auto Connection is a proud sponsor of the Minnesota State High School League tournaments on Channel 45. Congratulations to all participating schools. Denny Hecker Auto Connection for a great experience.
Third period brought to you by your local Toyota dealer, Toyota, moving forward. We told you this is a rematch of the 1990 state title game, a game in which Roseau won 3-1. Roseau looking for its first state championship since 1999. The Rams won it that year. That's when Bruce Olson was the head coach. He is now the co-head coach at Warroad. Made a trip to the state tournament this year. That 1990 team, which beat the Grand Rapids squad, was coached by Dean Blaze at that time. Played in from center by Ness. Comes in behind the net. A couple of bodies go down to the ice, now to the near wall. Ben Nelson trying to play it. Got it for Ness. He sends it down. Over for the far corner for Alstad. Alstad trying to clear it out of the zone. Kosak had his stick on it momentarily, now taken away. This is Nelson. Looking for a centering pass in front. Pushes it to Ness from the circle. Blocked in front. Nice job there defensively by Cahill.
That was a great block. He was down on both knees with his body up, so once you block the puck, you can get up and skate. It's much better than lying flat and taking yourself out of the play.
Ness hit the side of the net. Centering pass in front. Nakamoose there. His helmet comes off, and we're going to have a penalty here.
Yeah, Nakamoose got knocked down right in front of the net. He was taken out of the play, but with a high check, and that's going to give Roseau, leading 3-0, a real good opportunity as cross-checking's called on Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids now looking at the clock and looking, Lorvig sitting the penalty out, looking to kill this 2 minutes off and certainly not give up the fourth goal. Watch in front of the net, right there at a high stick.
Yeah, Lorvig got him.
Yeah, that was definitely a bad high stick.
Time of the penalty, 4-11. Nice pad save. Rebound, they score. It's Landman again. Make it 4-0 Roseau.
And the key there was they win the draw, they get a shot. And the shot comes from the point, and the shot hits the net. When you do that, when you win a draw and you put the puck on the net, many times good things happen. They happen for Landman there because he gets a rebound, and he just blasts it right by. That didn't take very long at all, did it? Here's a shot, a net, rebound. Look how Landman just jumps on it, gets it quickly. And that's what Roseau's been tonight, better at than Grand Rapids. Reacting to the loose pucks, getting to them quicker. And they're getting to them quicker because they're not flat-footed. They've been in motion all the time, much more so than Grand Rapids.
4-0 Roseau. And we mentioned this a couple of times throughout the state tournament. The Rams have allowed 3 or more goals in a game only 6 times this year, which stacks the odds even more against Grand Rapids at this point because the clock's at 12-12.
That's right. 3 or more you sit in the game.
Yeah.
Now you only got 12 left. I mean, let's not talk about odds. They turn the lights off, the party's over. I mean, you don't score 4 goals in this team in 12.
And look at the defense there.
Yeah.
Just 3 goals allowed here in the playoffs. That's not the state tournament. That's the entire postseason.
Well, when you're as good a team overall and you check as well as they do and you're as quick as they are and you've got defensemen that are so good at moving the puck out, you're not going to give up many goals. And you're certainly not going to give up many in a period.
That 1-0 win over Moorhead was just the start of something real special, it appears, because Grand Rapids is having a hard time against this Roseau defense. And the Rams may be on their way to a 7th state title. But there is 11:46 to go, and we need to remind people, Lou, what happened here last night. We saw the show Burnsville put on in the final 3 minutes of regulation last night.
Well, I got to be a realist.
Yeah.
You don't do that to this defense. You're going to see Ness on the ice half the period. You got 11 minutes to go. He'll play at least 6 minutes of it. You're not going to get 4 goals when he's handling the puck. He's going to get the puck out. I mean, that's just being honest. This team plays very, very well together. They might give up a goal or 2, but to give 4 goals in 11 minutes, I'd like those. I take those odds every day.
Here's White. Chance. Backhand. Save Lee. Still loose in front. Lee smothers the puck and gets the whistle.
Nice chances. There's a chance. They'd like to get one, and the man that's going to give it to you is that man right there, number 6, Pat White. He never quits. He's got great skill. He's got great strength, and he can shoot both forehand and backhand. Look at him drive to the net, get the shot away, and while he's on his knees, tries to put another one in. He's getting a little help there from his line mate, Makinen. And you're going to see a lot of Pat White, too, but he's going to be checked as well.
How about Lee in the postseason? He's had 3 shutouts in the last 5 starts. He's on his way to 1 here. There's another save. Rebound cleared from out in front. Lee continues to stand his ground under this pressure from Grand Rapids at times.
They want to give him a little recognition here. they're getting him in the game. Lee has been just terrific. He's the type of goaltender that he's young, he's unassuming, but all he does is stop the puck.
And he's also young.
There's a penalty coming up.
Penalty here
Weston right
on
there.
Roseau, and it's going to be against Kurt Weston, the senior winger, number 22 for the Rams. He's going to sit out here, and an opportunity for Grand Rapids on the power play to maybe start to get back in this game late.
Yeah, Weston going to penalty box for hooking. Grand Rapids needing a goal. Grand Rapids hasn't quit. They keep pressuring them. They keep fighting for the puck. Now's an opportunity to get one. You get one, you might get 2, maybe even 3.
Time of the penalty, 6:04, hooking on Weston. The power play brought to you by your appliance specialist, Warner Stellian. Big drive on the one time, and Lee got it. Plays it to the corner. There's Zach Morris now for Grand Rapids. Morris in behind the net, trying for the wraparound was White. There is Ness quickly on that loose puck.
And look how smart. He just dumps it to his line mate. He should have got it off the boards down the ice.
Rendell send it down. Loose on the side of the net.
Roseau in a real tight box. 4 guys down deep, not giving any area in the slot area. They were keeping the puck on the outside.
White has it taken away by Ness. Bangs it off the side wall and all the way down.
Well, at least he's going off the ice now. So Grand Rapids got a chance now.
1:12 to go in the power play. Here's White. In over the line. 3 men quickly on him. Drop pass for Makinen. Makinen has it taken away. Rendell comes in. Shot. Save Lee. Rebound cleared out. That's Opine to take it away. And back out at neutral.
Good move by Opine. Strong on the puck. Got it up to his wing, and he got it out of the zone. Good defensive work by Roseau defense there.
Here's Stastl again. Splits the defenders. A soft shot missed the net. Welliver got it off for Makinen. Now played to the top of the circle. Broken up in front. And here comes Landman back the other way for Roseau. 30 seconds to go in that power play for Grand Rapids. Landman takes a hard check in the corner.
Landman controls the puck for a while, kills the clock, and he's getting a little help down there. And that's what he needs when he's down.
Now
down
the
the
faceoff
ice,
is going to
Nelson.
come here in Grand Rapids zone with 18 seconds to go in their power play.
That's because Landman and Nelson control the puck. They had nothing to do with it. Very smart play by that kid. Tyler Landman takes the puck to the boards and controls it with his skates, takes the checks from behind. So you stand up, you use the boards for leverage, you keep the puck in your skates. They can't get at it. You kill the clock. They finally get a faceoff.
You saw that shot coming down from the top balcony here at the XL Energy Center. Just a great crowd here for the championship game in Class AA, Grand Rapids and Roseau. And nobody's leaving here because those that left last night early were disappointed. They missed a great finish.
Nelson bothering Kozak there.
2 seconds to go. And back into the game here is Kurt Weston out of the box.
Another penalty coming up, though.
Shoots, he scores! Oh, big shot there.
Kozak just drives that one home. Great play. It was a delayed penalty call coming, and Kozak just driving it home in the upper corner. And that's what Grand Rapids was looking to do, get on the board. 8:49 to go. They get the first one of the night.
Kozak at 8-11 for Grand Rapids, and that's their first goal in a state tournament title game here in 2 years.
Ooh. That's a well. Maybe when they get one, they come in bunches.
Spangled dumps it in from center, and Grand Rapids thinking here maybe they've got a chance late in this hockey game. 8:39. That goal for Kozak, his first of the tournament, third of the year.
Scoring for Grand Rapids, number 19.
See, if he plays the puck, the whistle's going to be called. He wanted Roseau to play it, but the one thing you want to do is you don't want to let time go off the clock.
So Grand Rapids is on the board. Down 3, 8:22 to go.
Do you have friends in New York?
Yeah?
What home phone service do you use?
Comcast, definitely. I get
unlimited calling in the U.S. and Canada.
great local customer service. All my favorite calling features.
Voicemail notifies me online.
It works on the phones I already have.
I got to keep my phone number.
And we only pay $33 a month for the whole year.
For just $33 a month, Comcast is giving people something to talk about. Call 1-800-COMCAST today.
Time for our save of the game, brought to you by Stauber's Gold Crease. Train, evolve, succeed.
And the save is by Ryder Jensen in the first period with a great glove save. And he's had a lot of good saves tonight, and that was a big one on Landman, who already has 2 goals tonight. That would have made 3.
Ryder Jensen watching that face-off. He's got to think maybe his team's got a little bit of hope in front of him now, as he's been tested a lot here tonight by Roseau. 20 shots on net. Grand Rapids actually out shooting the Rams, Lou, 22-20, but so many quality shots from the Rams. And then, of course, the offense for Grand Rapids shut down so many times before they could even get into the Roseau zone here tonight.
You're right, Clay. That's a big difference. There 22 shots for Grand Rapids, but the quality shots have really been Roseau's. Grand Rapids hasn't had a lot of them. They did have them just before they scored.
Stejskal sends it down, and it's broken up in front. Played to the far wall by Dustin Moser. Here comes Kurt Weston now into the zone. Dropped it back. Spit back out of the zone by Sam Sparren. Here's Pahlke again. Pahlke ridden to the outside. There's a hard check thrown by Landman. Here's Stejskal. Sets it up. Big drive in the pad save by Lee.
And that's what Roseau's got to do. Not panic when they get control of the puck. Play the way they've been playing. Move it around. Get it out.
Mike Lee. That goal that Grand Rapids got just moments ago. The first he's given up in a while. He had 17 saves in that win over Rochester Central. It was a 3-1 victory. He has just been very solid.
They could have a Fab 5 sophomores that they've got here tonight.
Kurt Weston has skated off, Lou. Looks like he's injured. Ben Nelson coming in, pad save. Bouncing puck in the slot. Cleared out of there. Kurt Weston, number 22 for Roseau, went off to the bench. Gingerly, we'll see what's up with him.
And he's been a real effective player for Roseau all the way through. He's big, he's strong. He's one of the guys that is probably the most physical forward. He uses his size a lot. You see him over on the bench there. They're talking to him.
He's shaken up a bit.
Gary Smith, the trainer there, has been working the tournament for years and years. He was a trainer on the Olympic team, 1980.
He's from right here in St. Paul, I believe. Played to the far corner. This is Alstad. Held in on the top of the zone by Opine momentarily. Now back at center and right back in on the backhand by Carr. You know, Carr has no goals in this state tournament, but no doubt he's one of the MVPs for Roseau.
You're right. Look at that, another shot on net. You're exactly right. He has been such a strong factor defensively for this club all tournament long, and he's also been the most accurate shooter, I'll bet, of anybody in the tournament. I think we've seen him miss the net just once. He certainly would be a real candidate if they had a most valuable player.
That guy's got to have a future in college hockey. You think somebody's going to jump on him?
Yeah, and you would think so. And he's got size, too. He's 6'2", 215.
On the backhand, Morse still holding on. We got a penalty coming up.
We're going to get a penalty there. You know what happened? The goaltender was knocked down, lost his stick, and when it looked like he was in trouble, Alex Oregon knocked the net off. He should get delay of game. So that'll be a power play again for Grand Rapids.
Well, Grand Rapids down 3, 5:49 to go, but they got a power play coming up. We'll see what happens when we come back.
Come see a great selection of conversion vehicles at the Denny Hecker display at the Auto Show. Conversion vehicles from Dodge, Ford, GMC, Chevrolet, Jeeps, you name it, we have it on display at the Denny Hecker display at the Minneapolis-St. Paul Auto Show, or see them at dennyhecker.com. Announcing Denny Hecker's Auto Show Kickoff. Get a 3-year, 100,000-mile warranty on pre-owned, plus great deals and easy financing. Shop online, virtually any make or model. And all come with Denny's exclusive 3-day, 500-mile money-back guarantee. More great reasons to buy from Denny Hecker.
Well, here it is, Lou. It took a lot of work, but we got it put together. The first annual Channel 45 State Tournament All-Name Team. Bob Gooch, Adam Nakamoose, Dan Cheka, Rob Roy, Foley Schmidt, Dano Jocks, and my favorite, Clay Casanova.
Now, did you pick a goaltender, 2 defensemen, and forwards?
I don't think it was that sophisticated, but it sure was fun. There's Nakamoose. He's on this Roseau team. Well, we've got a power play here for Grand Rapids. Time of the penalty, 11-11 of this period. Grand Rapids needs one quick if they're going to get back in this one. Time is really running out here. 5.5 to go. Played to the line, held in. That's Stejskal, got it on net. But nobody there for the rebound, iced down. 1.5 minutes to go in the power play.
We'll see how effective Grand Rapids is moving up ice. That's going to be the key here.
Stejskal, feed in front, looking for Morse. Here's Rendell, drops it down, looking for White, intercepted Ness. Good headman pass. Here's a chance. Shot, oh, what a save by Jensen. Snatched that out of the air on the shot by Moser.
You know what was most impressive there, Clay? He took a heck of a heavy check along the boards, regained his balance, that's Ness, got the puck, and got it up to Morse. Right here, he made a great pass. He had just taken a heavy check on the side by Morris, and he got that puck up ice. Ness again with him. He passes the puck so well, so accurately, and he's got a head for the game that just got great peripheral vision, great feel for where everybody is.
Just over a minute to go in this power play for Grand Rapids. Boy, do they need a power play goal now, and it's been tough going in the state tournament here. They're 0 for 9 on the power play, Luke.
You wouldn't think that. I would think that team, especially with Pat White up there, and a shooter like Stejskal back on defense, that they would have had a few.
Here's Roy moving in. And quick to cover up there is Lee, and now some pushing and shoving out in front of the cage.
Another penalty coming up for Roseau. Oh.
Yeah, Roseau. Why would they play with fire here, Lou?
Yeah, the little cross-check there to try to clean a man out, and they're not too happy about it. And he's not too happy about it.
I think he said focus, if I was reading Scott Oliver's lips right.
See this?
There's a little jab there by Roy, but you got to be disciplined.
Yes,
here.
You do. You're exactly right. You really do have to be disciplined. This is... you got 42 seconds to go, and this is the kind of break that Grand Rapids needs. Right now, you got an opportunity. You got 2 men in the box. If you score a quick one, you're still going to have a lot of time in the second power play. And boy, is that could be costly. And that was Ness who did that. Wasn't a smart play by Ness.
Grand Rapids with a timeout while we have an opportunity. Let's recap. We're at 4:30 to go here in the third period. It's 4-1. And your thoughts?
Well, Thunderhawks got their first goal this period by Kosak. Rams, Landman has been leading them with 2 goals, and Johnson with a goal and assist. And we still, have a lot of time, 4:30 to go, and that's a lot of time when you're playing a 5-on-3, because should they be able to capitalize on this power play and get a couple of goals, you're 4-3 and you're still going to be down over 2.5 minutes to go. So the key for the Rams here is get the puck out of the zone. They've got to kill time. Grand Rapids wants to score fast. I think Scott Oliver has probably called that timeout play because he's trying to get his team settled down. He does not want to see them running around taking bad penalties. And unfortunately for him, one of the guys in the penalty box is Ness, who is so good at getting the puck out of the zone, especially when they're a man down. He's been killing that penalty effectively.
Look at Oliver. He's got a big smile on his face. It's maybe a little bit premature yet. It's not in hand. 4.5 to go, but sure looking good for Roseau right now. Play to the point. Here's Rendell. Top of the slot. One-timer coming and right on. That's Lee with the save again, but that is Spangled, and he has got a blast from the point. We've seen it before.
And he put that one on net, and that's what he's got to do. He hasn't been as accurate as you'd like to see him earlier on, but lately in this game, the last couple periods, he's been hitting the net, and that's important for Grand Rapids.
5-on-3 for 33 more seconds. We're talking about Spangled. His NHL stock is certainly rising. Here he is again, thrown down in front, deflected, shot side of the net by White, and there is Lee again.
Well, Clay, the one thing that Roseau, even though they're down, they're still being effective down low by the net. They play the diamond. They got one guy out forcing the puck carry, two guys back by the net. You see both of them protecting the net, and they've been letting Lee see the shots from the outside. And when he freezes the puck, they turn to take their man out, make sure he doesn't go at him and have a rebound around there.
Rendell. Shot. Lee controls the rebound and whacking at it there. Grand Rapids are a couple of players out in front. One of them, that guy, Zach Morris.
And if you were back to film up, you'd see Carr moving the stick from hand to hand, blocking the passing lanes. Watch Carr right here, 24. Well, if you'd have seen him a little earlier, he always keeps the stick out, blocks that passing lane, and stays down low to make sure that pass doesn't go across down low in front of the net.
We're going to get one more face-off here with a two-man advantage. Nice job by White to win the draw. Gets it back for Rendell. Another one-timer? No. It's going to be Roy moving in. Backhand through the crease. And one man coming back out. It's Oregon.
Effective penalty killing there by the defense and goaltending.
So it's a power play for Grand Rapids. 1 minute and 4 seconds to go in this man advantage. Just 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Morris takes a check. Couple of checks hard from Carr. Roy tried to make a move for the net, and a poke checked away. Here's Roy again, top of the circle, now down for Morris. Rendell thought about it. Now back for Morris. Roy stopped by those big pads of Lee. Spangled again. Dropped down in the circle. Blocked in front by Opine. And there's Opine. Plays it to the top of the zone, not out. 22 seconds to go. Again broken up. Rendell can't even get a shot off. There he does. Kick free. 14 seconds to go in this power play. And Roseau's able to ice the puck.
Great individual effort there by Opine. Tied up by a man, kicks it free, gets to it, and gets it down the ice.
Here comes Cahill. Broke his stick. And Roseau's at full strength. Here's Ness out of the box. And that's going to definitely help the penalty killing the time killing here of this game for Roseau, because he's such a good puck carrier. And there is Ness, able to get it free. Back to the Grand Rapids line. Just over 2 minutes to go here. Grand Rapids down to their last couple of minutes here of state tournament hockey. Ness now tracks it down in the corner and watch him go. Lugs it back out to center. Lorbergen plays it back to the line. It rolls into the zone. Welliver can't get around that check. And it's lifted back out to center. Very nicely done by Weston.
Really a smart play by Weston. Just flip it out to the neutral zone, and he went for a line change. It's good to see him back. He was the one you said was shaken up there, Clay.
You bet. A minute and a half to go, and then Roseau will be a 7-time state champ unless something dramatic, even more dramatic than what we saw last night, can happen. Oliver off for Ben Nelson. Now here's Nakam, who's just skating around, killing time. Thrown down in front. They score! Another goal for Roseau. I believe it's Nick Oliver.
And a good shot from the blue line. That was the key to it. He got the shot through the traffic. Oliver was down there in front. It was he and Alstead down, or he and Nakam was down there. And boy, oh boy, it's got to be a thrill to score in the state tournament, and it's got to be a thrill when you score with a minute to go and you're leading by so many, because you know you're going to be the state champs. The shot comes from the point. There's Nakaman's back to the point. Good shot from the blue line, and look at the traffic in front. Actually, that
might be Nelson.
Yeah, I think it was Nelson. I think it was Nelson. A great redirection right there.
5-1. A minute and 6 seconds to go, and it's all over but the shouting now for the Roseau Rams.
Second attempt goes right in. Look at that, just over the line.
Great effort there by
I bet they're reviewing it to see if the puck went all the way over.
It is under review, Lou. You're right. Ryder Jensen with a great effort there to sweep that away. Maybe he got it in time.
That's going to be the key, whether the whole puck's over or there's just a fraction of the puck still in the goal line. Maybe we can look at that again. Take a look. I think it's in. From this view, it looked like the whole puck was over the line.
And even if it wasn't, Nick Oliver banged it home right after that before the whistle. So it should be a goal either way, but it is under review.
Yeah, because we didn't hear the whistle. We couldn't. They're not playing the sound there, so we don't know if the whistle is gone. But that puck looks over. That's over. That's over anyway.
Well, they're taking their time down there reviewing this one. And your thoughts on video replay in the state tournament? This is year number 2 of it, and we've seen a lot of plays over the last 4 days reviewed.
We've seen, I think this is the 6th one, and I really, really like it. I think it's so crucial to make the right call, whether it's a goal or not. It is a goal. You only want to see the right call made. And so if you have the ability to take a look at it and make that judgment, I think it's terrific.
Ben Nelson, his 2nd goal of the tournament, and he's all grins, just like many of the guys over on that Rams bench. 5-1 our score. We're under a minute to go. We want to take an opportunity here to thank all the people that have helped us out here over the last 4 days. Our producers, Dennis Silva, Steve Johnson. Our directors, Pat O'Connor, Bob Rossborough. Our statistician, Jeff Mordhorst, right over here to our left. Boy, Lou, has he been great the last 4 days? We couldn't have done this without him.
More than days, years.
Jeff Mordhorst does a great job. And all of the talented people that have worked hard, a lot of long hours here the last 4 days. A lot of talented people on our Channel 45 State Hockey crew. And thanks to you, job well done. 25 seconds to go. 5-0. Excuse me, 5-1. Roseau on top. They're going to win their 7th state championship. This is their 31st trip to the state tournament. That is a record. An ongoing record for the Roseau Rams. A proud hockey tradition up there. And they're going to celebrate in the Northland again here tonight.
That's got to be quite an experience, Clay. It's got to be a feeling that, unfortunately, you and I have never had, but would love to experience one time. You're looking at Tyler Landman there, number 7, with a couple big goals tonight. A great tournament.
Something like this will galvanize friendships for a lifetime.
That's right. Look at every year it seems like people are coming back for their 25th anniversary. This year we had the Edina team in the suite there last night. They showed.
Yeah, we talked to some members of the 1990 Roseau team. They're all here.
It's got to be an unbelievable feeling when you're a squirt and peewee, I think you aspire to be a high school player playing in the state tournament here, and you certainly want to win the championship. In a small town like Roseau certainly had a lot of people experience this.
And what do you think this means for Scott Oliver and his son Nick? They lost a member of the family over in Iraq this week. It must be a very emotional week, and more emotion pouring out here tonight.
Oh, that's right. I mean, what they've gone through, those two in the family, you know, it's something people just can't realize. I know I can't realize that. It's just, it's a very, very tough time for them. And I'm happy to see them win tonight. And I'm sure that they're really excited about this and for the city of Roseau.
Here's our player of the game, brought to you by Century College. Century College, higher education and lower tuition. And it's Tyler Landman with 2 goals. He's been shut out as far as goal scoring in the state tournament up till tonight. And he gets 2 big ones in the most important game of the year.
And you're right. You know, this kid, a wonderful game, and he's only a sophomore. He's only a sophomore, and you're going to see him. They got 5 sophomores on this team that are terrific, and you're probably going to see them again before 2 years is over, because they certainly have the kind of depth and quality of players that you want.
And here's our play of the game as you see Scott Oliver coming out onto the ice. This play of the game brought to you by Minnesota Forest Industries. And here it comes, Lou. It was a fun night, a lot of great plays in the game, but we select this one.
Oh, and watch the play by the defenseman over. When he passes that puck over to Johnson, that was an excellent play. He was looking all around. That was defenseman Weston, who broke up the play inside the blue line, looked all around, saw that Johnson was going to be wide open, laid it right on the stick, and Johnson put it through Ryder Jensen's pads, and that just seemed to deflate Grand Rapids for quite a while after that.
The Roseau Rams winning their first state title since 1999, their 7th overall. An outstanding effort by their goaltender, Mike Lee. We can't forget the effort throughout the entire state tournament, but especially here tonight. He stops 20.
Listen, seniors.
8 shots. And gets the win here tonight. Let's go down to Dick Stanford, our public address announcer for the announcement of the all-tournament team.
From Century High School, defenseman Joe Foppel. From Century High School, forward Garrett Grimstad. From Grand Rapids High School, center Patrick White. From Grand Rapids High School, defenseman Joe Stayskal. From Grand Rapids High School, forward Zach Morse. And from Grand Rapids High School, goaltender Ryder Jensen. From Roseau High School, forward Kurt Weston. From Roseau High School, goaltender Mike Lee. From Roseau, defenseman Aaron Ness. From Roseau, defenseman Sam Carr. And completing our all-tournament team, from Roseau, forward Dustin Moser. Wells Fargo and the Minnesota State High School League congratulate all members of the boys.
All right, you're watching the all-tournament team being announced right now. Obviously, a lot of Grand Rapids and Roseau players on that list, and you can see overjoy on the Roseau side. Let's take a look at the all-tournament team in graphic form, and we'll talk about some of these guys. Let's take a look here Dave Palmquist, let me start with you. Grand Rapids, the runner-up, but they've got 4 players on the team.
Well, you know, each one of those kids are well-deserving of all-tournament team. They've all played a huge role in getting this team here to the state championship game. Patrick White, obviously, is a big name there. He's going to be playing somewhere in the NHL someday. Joe Stagecall, what a big-time hitter he is. It was fun to watch him.
And then Mike McGraw, let's talk about Roseau. They've got 5 players on the team.
Right, they have 5. They have 2 seniors and 3 underclassmen.
All right, we're going to go down to Dick Stanford now, ringside. Dick?
And now for the presentation of the 2007 Class AA Herb Brooks Award, here is Tom Hansen from Channel 45.
Thank you very much, Dick. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these 2 teams for a fantastic Class AA hockey game tonight. I'm lucky enough to present the Herb Brooks Award, which is presented to the tournament player who exemplifies things that are very special to Herb Brooks: teamwork, leadership, and passion for the game. The Herb Brooks Award is presented by the Minnesota State High School League, also by KSTC 45, and also the Herb Brooks family. Herb Brooks believed that playing in this tournament was one of his highlights of his playing career. And he also believed playing for the names in front of the jersey is much more important than the name in the back of the jersey. Without further ado, here is Dan Brooks to present this year's Herb Brooks Award winner. Dan?
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Brooks family, I'm honored to announce that the 2007 Herb Brooks Award winner from Grand Rapids is Joe Stagecall.
Would you have voted for him?
Joe is headed to Dartmouth, if you have not heard. Joe, real quick, a question about what's this mean to represent Herb Brooks and the Herb Brooks Award here tonight?
Oh, it means so much, especially in this great state of hockey that we live and play in. And I don't know, it's definitely an honor.
Joe, I know the season didn't finish the way you'd wanted to, but what a season, what a team you have here in Grand Rapids this year.
Yeah, we're definitely a team. We're one unit. We all play together. And congratulations to the Roseau Rams on a great season.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Dan, thank you. Let's go back to Dick Stanford and the rest of the award presentation. Dick?
Ladies and gentlemen, earlier today, the consolation trophy was awarded to Edina High School. The third place trophy and bronze medals were awarded to Century High School from Rochester earlier this evening. Now the presentation of awards for the second place silver medals and second place trophy in this tournament, and they are awarded to Grand Rapids High School. At this time, we will present the silver medals. Please come forward as your name is read. Nick Saratori, Rob Roy, Tony Palkey, Patrick White, Jason McInnes, Sam Rendell, Matt Alstad, Sam Spirit, Grant Prokop, Ben Cahill, Brett Cohn, Zach Morris, Eric Glorvigen, Joe Stagecall, Corey Kosak, Shane Brenniger, Kyle Welliver, Jack Moore, Ryder Jensen, Tom Howe, head coach Bruce LaRock, assistant coaches Steve Anderson, Todd Bird, student managers Brad Dick and Eric Bishop. And now would the captains please come forward. Grand Rapids High School state runner-up 2007. Congratulations on an outstanding season. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier this evening you were introduced to this team as the champions of Section 8AA. It's time to meet them once again, but with their new name, Roseau High School 2007 State High School Hockey Champions. Would the players please come forward as their names are read? The gold medals presented to Martin Opheim. Mitch Martinson. Tyler Landman. Ben Johnson. Adam Nakamus. Aaron Ness. Nathan Vole. Alex Orgon. Ben Grafsum. Ryan Larson. Ryan Weston. Kurt Weston. Nick Oliver. Sam Carr. Kyle Bodell. Dustin Moser. Ben Nelson. Mike Lee. Alex Björk. Adam Licken. Head coach Scott Oliver. Assistant coach Andy Lundbaum.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Assistant coach Jim Lundbaum.
Where's Billy at?
Student manager Austin McCash. Student manager Joe Haugen. And now would the captains please come forward. You are Minnesota's state hockey champions. Congratulations to the Roseau team. This award ceremony is now concluded. Thank you for your attention.
And you can see the Roseau Rams celebrating their 7th state championship, 31 appearances in the state tournament. That is a state record, and what a record it is. Look at the champions. Let's go down to Tom Hansen. He's got head coach Scott Oliver with him right now. Tom?
Thank you very much, Tom, and congratulations first, Scott. I know this is a championship that this is a special team you had this year.
Well, it really was, and again, I think a lot of the credit goes to our senior class. You know, it's your seniors that are going to be the lead dog in the dog sled team, and they're the ones that get all the work. And, you know, I surrounded myself, I've always known this since the day I went into coaching, surrounding myself with great people, and I have a great staff. We have 3 coaches on our staff that are unpaid, that volunteer their time, so I've put together, we got a great staff, and I can't say enough about how this team has come on.
Grand Rapids, you beat them 3-1 in the regular season, 5-1 here in the championship game, but they made you earn that championship today, didn't they?
Well, they really did. We had a lot of respect for their program, always have, and they're a classy team and a classy coaching staff. So, again, we had to put together our best game in the tournament. We did today, and so it feels good, and it feels good to be bringing home another state championship to Roseau.
We talked about the miles, 17 miles. How many miles is it back to Roseau so you can enjoy this?
It's quite a few. I'm not even counting. This is one long trip back from the cities I'm going to really enjoy.
Enjoy that trip.
Thanks so much.
All right, Scott Oliver, the state champion in Class AA. We'll send it back to Clay upstairs. Clay?
All right, Tom, thank you very much, and a great job to you, Tom, throughout this state tournament. Well, it was a touching moment, I'm sure, here just a little bit ago. We caught it on tape. There is father and son, and what a week it has been. Scott losing his nephew in Iraq this week, and I can only imagine the emotion that's going through those two gentlemen. Nick's cousin losing his life overseas. Well, Lou, you've covered a lot of state tournaments now. This makes 43. Another good one, I'm sure.
It was a terrific tournament. It's wonderful to see such good teams playing in the championship game. Roseau was a better team. Grand Rapids, however, played very well for most of the game. And you got to give credit to them because they forced Roseau to play their best game. You had to play well to beat Grand Rapids tonight. And Roseau, as Scott Oliver said, played their best game. And it's a thrill to watch young kids playing so well.
The first year of the seedings. And I think a glowing success.
I think it was too. Even though there were upsets and we only had one ranked team in at the end in the championship game, I think the best thing is it gives everybody a target and it gives them some anticipation of what might happen. I really enjoyed it.
Good working with you again. Good luck with the book coming out in October. We appreciate it. Lou Nanny joining us upstairs. As always, another great state tournament. Let's go down to Tom Hansen one more time.
Hey, thank you very much, Clay. Sam Carr joining us. Congratulations, Sam, a state champion.
Right, thank you very much. It was an absolute blast. We played really hard, and we came out today and we just overworked our opponent, and we took this one home. It feels great.
Talk about the year, because obviously this is the culmination of a fantastic championship year. Talk about the hard work and your other teammates here.
Oh, yeah. We just have a group of kids that we just work our butts off every day in practice. It's just paid off here for us, and I mean, this is what we've grown up to do and to win for Roseau and our community. It's just a blast.
You were in the state golf tournament this year, finishing, I believe, 39th. This has got to be a little bit better than golf, isn't it? I'll let you say that, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, state golf was a blast, but there's no comparison to this. This is the most fun I've ever had in my life. So
congratulations.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
We go from a senior to a sophomore. Tyler Landman joining us. And Tyler, you're in tears because you scored 2 goals, and this is such a special night, isn't it?
It really is. You know, been dreaming about this forever, you know. It means a lot.
So when you dream, do you dream of the gold medal around your neck like it is right now, and these teammates with you?
Oh, yeah. That's it right there. Celebrating with the team and the community. It's nothing better than that.
And you guys are so young yet. There's so many of you that are so young that I'm sure you'd like to be here again and again.
Oh, yeah. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We got a lot more years to come.
Savor this. Savor this. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Tyler Landman, Tell you what, this is a championship performance by the Roseau Rams. They knock off the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Stay tuned. More post-game show coming up right after this.
Pure, utter pandemonium is sweeping across the country. That's right. Papa Murphy's has created pandemonium with a Pantastic Pan Pizza. Made with an awesome pan crust that's brushed in olive oil, then covered with our hearty tomato sauce. Now get a Pantastic Pan Pizza loaded with up to 3 of your favorite toppings for just $7.99. So join in the pandemonium today. Handmade, home-baked, that's Papa Murphy's.
A lot of car ads say, save for a limited time. Why would I want to save for a limited time when I can get a car that will save me money every time I drive it? Like the Toyota Prius Hybrid. It can save you more than $13,000 over 5 years. So you don't just feel smart the week you bought it. You feel smart, period.
Now get 2.9% APR for 60 months or a $249 lease on a new 2007 Prius. The Toyota Prius Hybrid. A great way to keep moving forward.
Let Baker Square bring you in from the cold. Warm your taste buds with our tasty new sizzling steak ciabatta. Sink your teeth into a savory combination of flavors you're sure to love for an incredible $4.99. Or try our new Sunrise Ciabatta, one of our 4 amazing new ciabattas, starting at only $4.99. Only at your Baker Square restaurant.
Get more news online from the all-new KSTP.com. Our new video viewer makes it easy to get more details on the stories you're talking about. The new weather page gives you instant weather conditions right down to your zip code. You can even watch full-length ABC shows for free. Just click on the ABC icon. And enhanced listings for national, world, health, entertainment, and business news make KSTP.com the one website that has it all. Get more news online. KSTP.com, your online news source.
Welcome back. We knew the trophy, the state championship, was going north. We just didn't know if it was going to go to Grand Rapids and Roseau. And Mike Lee joining us, the goaltender. Mike, just a sophomore. Tell us how proud you are, obviously, and how special this night is for you.
You know, this is everything you dream as a little kid. You know, playing up in the North Rink and up Memorial at Roseau. You know, playing with your buddies, you dream about the state championship game and just playing and making the big save, and you know, the buddies scoring the big goal. It means a lot to me. You finished the year undefeated, unbeaten in nets, and I imagine you don't go into a year thinking that that's going to happen, but you must have had some great D in front of you. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I can't say enough about those guys. They give me lanes and clear out the rebounds. They have my back all the time. I just can't say enough about them. It's a special sophomore class you've got put together here, right? Oh yeah, those are my buddies. You know, doesn't seem like it, but yeah, I guess we are. Well, enjoy it. Congratulations. Thanks a lot. That's Mike Lee. He was undefeated and unbeaten all season long. Before I send it back to you, Tom, I have a couple mentions. You guys forgot on the all-name team, Hayden Hansen of Orono. That's Hayden Hansen maybe made that list, or Stefan Hansen, perhaps, from Blaine. So a couple of Hansens maybe should have been named to that all-name list. I just want to say thank you to everybody at KSTC 45. It's been a pleasure joining everybody here, and I had a great time, and a lot of hard work came up north, so it was fun to see that. So, Tom, we'll send it back to you, and I just want to say thank you to everyone.
Tom, you've done a great job, and I haven't heard so many Hansen brothers named since I last saw Slapshot. So thank you for that, and what an exciting championship. And Mike Lee, what can you say about him? He gave up 4 goals in the entire tournament. Just a wonderful tournament for Roseau. Grand Rapids had a wonderful run as well. And I know you wanted to talk about the great example of sportsmanship we saw at the conclusion of this game.
Well, if you weren't out here, you know, you see these two teams battle each and every night, you know, especially tonight, this championship game, Grand Rapids, Roseau. But the sportsmanship these kids display, there's just a genuine appreciation for each other and how hard each other play the game. You know, this Joe Stagecall, what a classy kid, you know, being interviewed for the Herb Brooks Award, looks over to Roseau and says, congratulations. That's what it's all about, high school sports.
He had the presence of mind to look over at them and not talk about Grand Rapids so much, but to congratulate his opponent. And number 11, Nathan Vole for Roseau. Mike, he was at the head of the line when they were shaking hands. He hugged, I think, half of the players on Grand Rapids as they went down. You know, it's just that type of sportsmanship that is just great about this high school hockey tournament.
It is, and both teams tonight, coaches, starting with the coaches. You talked to Bruce LaRock, you talked to Coach Oliver before the game. All they could say were good things about the other team. Hey, Coach, give me a little inside information on your team. I'll tell you Grand Rapids has a great program. Or Roseau has a great program, and it filters down into their kids. You watch the kids play tonight, there weren't any really cheap shots out there. Those kids played as hard as they could play. And people question about whether or not high school kids can work hard 3 days in a row. Tonight they worked harder than anything.
And we're looking in the championship locker room right now. You can see a lot of hugs and tears, and you can't say enough about the Oliver family, what they're going through with the loss of a nephew of Scott Oliver and a cousin of Nick Oliver killed in Iraq. The funeral was today. A lot of emotion there on the ice, and this has got to be really kind of a bittersweet victory for them. But our sympathies, of course, go out to the Oliver family. As we look ahead, Roseau's going to lose 8 seniors off this team, but they got a lot of star power coming back. Who do you guys like next year? Not just among these two teams, but everybody you see in Class 2A. We're going to see a lot of these teams back possibly next year?
Well, it's interesting. Yeah, I think you had a chance to talk with Dave Stead in intermission earlier tonight, and so many of the sections changed this year. We're going to see some new teams in next year, but what's amazing with this state tournament is so many young players who are the outstanding players in this tournament, sophomores, juniors. So, a number of these teams will be back next year.
But it's going to be difficult for some of these teams. There's that one new section where you got Edina Holy Angels and Jefferson all now in the same section. You might have some great games in the region finals again.
Well, I think in some of the sections that's the way it's going to be. But the thing that strikes me about these kids, take a look at Roseau. Their sophomores were their best players. You look at Grand Rapids, they had great leadership in Pat White and Joe Stachel, but they also had a very good sophomore in Sam Rendell. So a lot of these teams, as Dave said, are young and they're very good kids, and those kids will come back again.
All right, and we want to give some recognition to third place game won by Rochester Century today. I believe that was double overtime.
Double overtime.
And Edina the consolation champion. So a great tournament all in all. 5 overtime games. I think there were like 6 or 7 one-goal games, including those overtime games. It doesn't get much more exciting than that. I want to thank Dave Palmquist and Mike McGraw. You guys have done a great job over these last 4 days. It's been a pleasure working with you gentlemen. We will be back in just a moment as we wrap up our post-game report. Stay with us.
They've arrived. See the new Chevys at the auto show. Drive one at your Chevy dealer. And Chevy's got the best coverage in America, including the GM 100,000-mile warranty. Plus, get auto show bonus cash on 07 Impala, Cobalt, HHR, Equinox, Malibu, Monte Carlo, and the all-new Silverado half-ton extended cab models. Visit us online at ChevyDealOnline.com.
Warner Stelling's Extreme Warehouse Sale is this Saturday and Sunday only at our St. Paul warehouse. Get extreme savings on hundreds of appliances, including brands that never go on sale. Get unbeatable appliance savings like laundry pairs from $4.99, $600 savings on stainless steel refrigerators, and complete kitchen packages from $10.99. Plus, take advantage of no-interest financing for 1 year. Drive to our St. Paul warehouse, just north of I-94 off Dale Street. Don't miss Warner Stelling's 2-day Extreme Warehouse Sale.
You're wasting your time. No, I'm not. You're not gonna win. It's time he learns what it's like to be stared at all the time. Bring it on, Buster. You got nothing. You can't touch me. I'm gold. It's like his eyes turned into sorcerer's pinwheels and started spinning.
Frasier, weeknights at 9 and 9:30 on 45.
Hi, Dick Enrico. March Madness here, March Madness there. Why in the world would anybody be mad at March? Not so at Second Wind, where March is marvelous. Soon it's spring and summer's coming, and to celebrate, we're having an incredible, marvelous March Trade Up to Shape Up sale. Second Wind needs good used gear, and your trade will never be worth more in our huge selection of home gyms, bikes, climbers, treadmills, and the hot new cross trainers. Priced right, in stock, and ready to go. Visit secondwind.net for the location nearest you. Why buy new when slightly used will do? Except when the deals are this good.
And welcome back. The Roseau Rams win their 7th state championship in their 31st appearance. Congratulations to them. Also, congratulations to the Hermantown Hawks. They won their first ever state championship in Class A earlier today. For Lou Nanny, Clay Matvick, Mike McGraw, Dave Palmquist, Brian Bonnen, Tom Hansen, Steve Johnson, Dennis Silva, and our entire production staff, I'm Tom Hauser. We hope you enjoyed the 14 games we brought you over the past 4 days. It doesn't get any better than this. Good night, everyone.